Oh.
Come with me, and you'll see the bottom of a hole. No, we're not. No. I crave what's left of my sanity. Please stop.
Ooh, they also have it in black, those dice.
Oh.
The black ones are $51 though.
Caleb, I'm quietly and politely begging you. No.
I'm not antisocial. I rolled low on charisma.
I need that as a shirt.
It is a shirt.
I need that shirt.
I think so.
What is Susan, I think?
What did you say, Caleb? I'm sorry.
That's all I wear.
If you that's
That,
totally
as long as you
reasonable.
got a thing, that's good.
If you've got a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They are kind of incognito. If you've got a little bit of cash to burn and you really want a nice food, check out the ones on valhyr.com, VALHYR. I'll share it in the chat. But they do like all Viking inspired clothes.
It's from scratch.
And everything looks so fucking cozy.
I set the timer for 8 hours instead of 8 minutes.
Oh no.
And then I looked down and I was like, wow, it's probably getting close to the 8 minutes. I should flip these. And I was like, oh, that's hours.
Oh no. My timer.
It's broken. But they turned out pretty good.
Yeah. They look good.
Not even burnt.
Woo! All right.
There's a crack in half on camera.
We are all
Meg says you need to see the crack in half.
Hmm?
Oh, the steam.
Oh, toasty cookie.
Aha! Look what I just found.
Oh, they look good.
Parker's fucking birth certificate. The original. It from I knew. Remember I said sorry it took so long to get back? I knew she fucking sent it back. Pinned to this corkboard for a year and a half.
Alright, so
Oh,
we are all gathered here today. Christopher, why play with light switch? I highly doubt you want to go to bed. Anyway, last time the party found themselves in the bottom of a hole. You all are still.
That came out really good. I think they're a little dry because that was a creamy peanut butter recipe and we used chunky.
Chunky.
it's so good.
But yes, you all were down deep in a hole known as the Ground Crevasse, here within the mountain where rests the Terran Gunatorium. You fought your way through a small, collection of ambush hunters, which none of you have ever seen before. Large bipedal insectoid creatures with a maddening gaze, which, luckily for you, only really hit Retha. However, it did sort of take the wind out of the sails of the fact that Molly has been rolling really well for initiative, to which I do still kind of feel a little bad about. But you fought them off to a point where they deemed you more trouble than you were worth.
The big centipede things.
They went centipedes.
Whatever.
The big buggy things.
Yes, the big boogie things, yes. but they're not many legs, purely bipedal.
Cockroach men from that one weird anime.
Uh,
You know exactly which ones I'm talking about.
do I?
I'll send it in the chat.
Okay. But you made your way through the various tunnels to this very, very large, partially water-filled worship chamber set up by several Kuatoa, who, after the smithy hammer was cast from the Venatorium, it landed on and subsequently Gallagher, the former archpriest, and in believing this hammer to be their new and true god, as it struck down the false prophet before it, started worshipping the hammer as a god.
What the hell is that? What is that? That's awful.
It's an anime.
I aggressively don't like that, and yeah, the big murder bugs are oddly enough less disturbing.
It's called Terra for Mars. If you ever want to see that thing smile.
I do not.
I'm good.
I will pass.
I'm good. Never seeing it again.
It's like if you made a cockroach
handsome
furry.
Squidward. It's handsome Squidward the cockroach.
It's worse in the manga.
Anyway, derailing that derailment and going back to what I was saying prior, you, through some delightful bullshit deception rolls from Rifa, tricked the Kuatoa into believing that they were there.
What?
Were also there to worship their wrathful god Crash Clack. I still can't believe that she was able to accomplish that. I'm proud. It was well done. That could have started off so much worse. Oh god, fucking damn it! You're running out of characters. I hate you. Oh my god, you are ridiculous. Anyway, after fighting off the archpriest to a point where, in a last-ditch effort to manifest their god, he struck himself over the head with the small little mallet that Rifa presented as an offering / holy symbol as part of her bluff. Struck himself over the head, and as his blood mingled with the pool around the hammer, thus was summoned Crash Clack in all its smacky glory. You all managed to dissipate Crash Clack in, I believe, 2 rounds.
No, I think
It was.
like
You had a round before Crash Clack popped up,
Yeah.
but I know that it only got off like it got to take its multi-attack, summon effigy, and then it did its wrath wave, and then it struck once with the effigy, and that is all it got to do. Like to the point that you took it down so fast that the various Kuatoa really didn't do much.
Yeah.
Especially after the archpriest was dead, the god was dissipated, and they all then proceeded to run like the Dickens. Because you guys just killed God. What are 3 little fish boys gonna do? However, in dissipating it, Toka's latent sorceress abilities latched on to this pure source of divine magic and were able to re-manifest from what was once a very chaotic, wild magic into its true divine soul sorcerer powers. In searching through the caverns, Frost found a large number of oysters, um, in sort of like kelp woven bushels, as well as an alchemy jug. In the pool of water, Toka found large collections of various coinage, and Surgak found another bag of holding. However, this one's last owner met a rather unfortunate end. As through an arcana check, Caleb was able to surmise that the last owner of this bag was drawn into it and into its depths, never to be seen again, by the bagman. Something that Rachel hates.
I don't want to deal with it.
I mean, maybe you won't have to.
I don't want to see him. I don't want to hear him. Anyone touches the bags, I'm going to be upset.
Rifa was putting her children to bed.
I know, but I also only had like 3 pockets of things to find. These are little fish boys. They didn't have much.
I know, I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
there was bag of holding, gold, and 3 satchels of oysters is what I wrote down.
Yeah. I mean, like, if
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
you were more worried about getting your hammer back and getting it cleaned of blood.
That does sound like it.
You gathered up your various items and headed out back to where you had jumped down into the crevasse itself and started staring up at the cavern wall, realizing just how far left you still had to go before you could close the chapter on this journey, jaunt, side questy thing. I mean, if you want to sit there for an hour, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'd kind of like my inspirations back.
Yeah, I'm sure I could probably use some HP.
I don't see why not.
I mean, we have a long trek up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright.
You in the bush.
We do have some mushroom.
Okay. You also did go and collect 3 barrel stock mushrooms, which contain a shit ton of water, and then after you would drain the water from it, you can then dry the husks into many pounds worth of rations.
I need a login number.
If memory serves, a single barrel stock grants 1d6 plus 4 gallons of fresh water, as well as 1d4 plus some odd number of pounds of food. Yep. There was the smattering of coins, a little piece of leather that you can probably surmise was probably the last occupant's coin purse that was burst in the scuffle, and the bagman's arm, which your symbiotic being was trying to get you to destroy as quickly and as viciously as possible, though your curiosity was enough that you were able to fight off those impulses, and you were just sort of left there staring at a still slightly twitchy arm. Did you just leave the arm behind? Okay. No worries. I just wanted to... I didn't remember what ended up happening to it, so I just wanted to ask.
We now have... We have the thing just scuttling.
It's not like thing, it's more like the... sort of the minute like muscle spasm and contractions that you see in like some coma patients. The arm isn't gonna get up and walk away.
It's gonna grab you.
But whatever is allowing the bagman to
Straight into the bag.
Dying is still partially animating the arm.
It's the baggy man.
You do know that more likely an outcome is that Rifa or someone would be pulled through Rifa's bag of holding, as the person. The bagman will probably shop around to various other bags of holding before it tries the same one twice. Is this Surgak's version of like painting the lintel with lamb's blood? Well, it was more just are you marking ownership or are you like trying to ward off the bagman? Okay. Oh, that's fair. I mean, like,
They don't necessarily look the same.
Yeah, no, Rifa's is much more ornately decorated. Yours literally looks like basically a leather messenger bag. Rifa's looks more like the actual like book art of the bag of holding. Yours probably looks like a leather satchel that was then like retrofitted into a bag of holding.
Yep.
And a ton of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Did you tell us about the bagman? Okay. Yeah, I am like first hags in our dreams. Now the fucking bagman.
Yeah, I'm fine. Pro tag team.
I don't know. None of you guys have like weird colored hair in a room full of brunettes. Jakar has them. Jakar just has an old ass scholar attached to her butt. His butt. Hip. Thing. Words.
Cat butt.
I was gonna say up until we got that dark gift, I just have the I have it.
I just have a Peter Pan shadow. We're chill. I'm not.
Dwarf.
Hmm. Yeah. True. I did check in with them recently, so we're good there.
Bottom of the whole RP. Everyone's just like, so, how's
You're
life?
your short rest combo.
Yeah. Question about that. Does health go up after a short rest, or is that
You
like
can
a
burn
long
hit die
rest?
to do a short rest. It doesn't reset you back to full.
Gotcha. It's 1d10 plus 2 or something like that, I believe.
Yeah, it's a d10 plus your con modifier for each one you want to burn.
Okay. So click short rest. All right, right there. Fighter 1d10 plus 2. So take short rest. Perfect.
But yeah, as you all finish up your short rests, Molly, can you
Twice.
heal do things?
No, I have not, but
Okay,
I'm not worried about doing that on the fly when I'm done making food.
that's fair. I mean, I can also just go around the corner and heal your character the requisite amount.
Yeah, whatever.
How many hit die do you want to burn?
I don't care. All of them. However many I seem to need.
I'm good. All right, go.
Cookies are immensely satisfying.
DM juju on my dice.
Oops, that's too much. All right, so
I hate that your thing is inverted, like your screen is inverted compared to my laptop.
Is it really?
Yeah,
That's weird.
I don't like it.
Short rest.
Oh yes, and also for the knowledge of the party, I have finished Fenn's character sheet.
Oh yay!
Yay.
Okay, so
You're actually only down like 17 points because you healed at the end there. Would
Okay,
you still like me to?
So I would, mark them and then take short rest, right? So they get used. Obviously, I'm not re-earning them when I hit the short rest. So that's what it should look like
Yep.
after, right?
Did either of you want mac and cheese?
I'm good for now. I'll
Go right ahead, baby. I'm okay.
At the end. All right. I'm gonna heal you 2 hit die. Ooh, you actually did pretty okay. Plus 12. Ba-da-ba. Yep, so you're at 81 out of 84 now. But yes, you will finish up your short rests. Excuse me, and are staring up at the cliff's edge. If you would go all to the Roll20 map, I have a sort of roughed out climb tracker there on the side.
Oh, is that what that was? Okay, I was looking at the map earlier, right on the right.
Yep.
Where it says like
School
The
tunnels,
climb.
the climb.
The climb.
It's the climb.
Well, I had a feeling that if I had tried to make a
almost
vertical limit
finished
joke, I'd probably get slapped by Molly.
What?
I had a feeling if I tried to make a vertical limit joke, I'd get slapped by you.
No, that's old trauma.
Yeah, unless I bring it up.
I don't ever smack anybody about it. I
That's
just
true.
don't want to watch that movie.
Which is fair. It's goddamn depressing. Well, you've got Titans, you have rope, you have your own 2 hands.
Well,
I would like survival checks from each of you
Woohoo!
as you sort of fit out your harnesses out of. You will need to sacrifice one
Nice.
person's full length of hempen rope
okay.
as to sort of like chop it up for each of you to turn it into sort of like harnesses and things.
Didn't we all get silken rope because it was stronger?
You got silken rope for the sort of self-belaying line, hempen for the harnesses, mostly just because it's cheaper and thicker, so it would honestly probably be a little bit more comfortable.
I have literally.
I went and got it.
I still have 20, 50-foot lengths
You,
of silken
you
rope.
don't deduct the ones that I took.
I
in?
did deduct the ones
Jesus.
that you
Got a shitload.
We have rope to spare.
I also figured that, like, since you'd be chopping it up, use the hempen because it's cheaper and you don't
No,
mind
I don't
getting
care.
rid of it. Okay.
As
Yeah.
long as the silken isn't slippery.
Well, it's like for what you're doing, the structural integrity of the rope for the harness isn't as important. And honestly,
Just let us use the silken rope.
Okay, you are more than welcome to. Please sacrifice 50 feet worth of silken rope.
Absolutely.
I still want survival checks from everyone as you're tying up your harnesses.
I got a 14.
14.
Plus 0.
Unnatural 20 with my +6.
Well, fuck you.
Toka shall survive.
25.
And
Can
Sir-
Toka look at Can Toka look at Surgak and be like,
You're just gonna.
I mean, I have a Facebook
Yeah.
message on my phone, but
Yeah, man, just pop it down. Just Parker, get down. You're busy doing your own harness, not so much looking at everyone else's right now, Toka.
that's fair.
I'm just gonna keep that in the back of my mind for now. Surgak thinks he did great. And like at a quick glance, especially seeing as there's very little like colored detail and depth perception, like at a quick glance, his harness appears to be tied impeccably.
Surgak's like, I got both my legs through the loops, and there's a knot.
Yeah, like
a singular knot.
Don't fall.
what? Just don't fall.
We don't have any more feather fall.
I mean, you're about to climb a 1,200 foot, or yeah, no, I was right, 1,200 foot cliff. Don't fall is kind of in the description there. So, for all intents and purposes, this will be a series of various checks, and I will be breaking it up into 100-foot chunks. Also keeping in mind that as you are staring up at this cliff, it is probably about 4 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, we're gonna be looking at the sun for a little bit.
What? You're inside a cliff. There is no sun.
Oh, it's not like a straight hole.
No, it's a hole like within the mountain itself. Like it's fully enclosed.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was like a hole.
No,
So
no,
the sun rays.
yeah, no.
Up
You are
here.
in a deep dark hole inside of a self-contained mountain.
I was gonna say we might see the sun up here, right?
Ah!
Up here, where we jumped off. Would we see the sun up here? No, it's that deep down. Oh yeah, we're on the side of a fucking
Yeah,
mountain.
you like all of this is
When
inside
is
the
your phone
mountain.
case getting here?
I don't know. Soon, hopefully.
Like-
a couple days.
Since you came in the front door of the Venatorium after teleporting
First time
in, you haven't seen sun in many hours.
Oh, so not too unusual for what we're used to. Ah.
Yeah, like your eyes have adjusted, but it's more that, and also knowing that you are going to be taking the deep roads of from the Venatorium to Ardakin, you're probably not going to see sun for a long time. Yay!
Yeah. Come to winter.
By Surgak's little soul tag along isn't overly pleased about all of this. However, you all are staring up. So for the first 100 feet, I need an athletics check.
Athletics check.
Yeah.
You said athletics?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to do no fucking acrobatics. I'm taking this as serious as hell.
Yeah, this is a slow, methodical,
Yeah.
muscle-based climb. This isn't trying to dash quickly up a wall. Toka, as you do have an ingrained climbing speed, your DC is slightly lower.
I rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I'll take a 16. I don't have anything to my athletics.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 17.
17. Caleb? Damn. All of you start to climb up well and fine. Surgak, actually, quick question. What's the order? Because you all are on the same line. Like who is heading this? Who is the anchor?
I was gonna say,
Heavy people should stay at the bottom.
I'd gladly go first.
So Toka
Second.
Toka is at the front. It's partly just because Toka has the climbing speed, I'm assuming.
Yep.
And then Frost, then Surgak, and then Rifa.
I will warn you guys, Toka is not strong. She cannot hold you guys up.
That's okay. That's why we have the fight.
Can she probably do that, or should a stronger person? What's the?
By nature of what the Pythons are, they are designed to be able to be pushed into the rock easily enough.
That's why I was thinking Frost first, Toka second.
Well, it's either the
I don't have a
DC for the
climbing
climb
speed,
is going to
though.
be lowered because you are heading it and you are able to naturally find a lot of the good hand and foot holes, or the DC will be altered for like how secure the Pythons are. Though you do also know that that's why you lay several Pythons at a time, just to sort of like, should you fall, there's enough there to like break the momentum until you stop.
Okay, I'm more comfortable leading with that
I
then.
can lower you too if we need be.
However, I will be honest. Probably the time to fuck up is on the first one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, that is that was the plan. Because otherwise it would be, yes, I'm going to purchase 400 pounds of Pythons.
Yeah, because I knew we had got a handful for sure. Pythons.
In fact, I think a majority of the Pythons were put into Reefa's bag of holding.
That is correct.
So I would say that you probably pass the bag of holding up to Toka, and then Surgak is there sort of collecting them in his new bag of holding.
And pass them up to me. And
Sounds good.
Perfect.
But yes, so you surmount the first 100 feet, all well and good. For the second one, I will need an athletics check, and as you are continuing your climb up, a Constitution saving throw to stem off any effects of exhaustion from this very, very taxing climb.
So,
Can I guide myself for these?
I will say that you can guide yourself for one of them. Probably just because I'm asking for the checks at the same time.
16 for
Oh, my athletics
Constitution crit.
is a 22.
Athletics 22.
And my whatever the other thing was.
Con save
is an 18.
18. Chris?
16 and then a 22 crit.
Gotcha.
For the con save.
Toka.
16 for the athletics, 18 for the con.
And I will roll
Alright.
2 dice. From
And
now on,
Surgak. Yes.
Nice.
All right, with 15. And that was an 11 for the athletics check? Oh, okay. You're still okay. All of you have staved off any of the possible exhaustion. This time, at least. You get the feeling that the longer you go without breaks, the higher that DC is going to get.
Toka look for little alcoves. Just like,
can sort of try to keep an eye out for landings to take breaks on when needed.
a sit-in spot.
However, seeing as you are in an area devoid of light, you really only have about a 60-foot view around you at any given time.
Worst case scenario, we can all punch a python into the wall and just lean back for a little bit and just sit there. But that
I will
would
say
be
that you-
anxiety-inducing.
At this point, you have been climbing for about 2.5, going on 3 hours. Each 100 foot, I'm sort of giving about an hour, since you guys, like, the average mortal person, this would take a long ass time, but you guys are adventurers in sort of
Protagonists.
condition.
Yeah.
Like, considering that the average commoner is plus zeros across the board, you guys are y'all are built different.
Ripped.
Why don't I say, yeah, let's, you guys want to go a little more or take a little break get a little breather in?
As I was saying to Molly, you can guide one of the two rolls. Because I am calling for them both at the same time.
Oh, I thought you meant we can only use guidance once on the climb.
No. Like, you can either guide the athletics or you can guide the con save.
Gotcha.
Do that, yeah. Okay, I'll keep going.
And I'm sort of viewing that as you guys just sort of as you're climbing, just sort of quietly psyching yourself up and just oh, I've got this. I've got this.
I'm the boss.
You're sort of
I'm the boss.
Third check, as we are nearing the 4.5 hour mark.
Right.
Okay.
19 and 8. What is it?
No con save for this one?
No, the con save as well.
Oh, and the con save. Okay.
19 for
17.
athletics,
Yeah.
21 for con.
Shit.
Okay.
Yeah. 19 and 17.
Gotcha.
19
Caleb, what did you get for the con? Damn.
Hot and
Token.
dangerous.
18 for the acrobatics and a 15 for the con.
Athletics?
Yes, athletics. If it was acrobatics, I would be doing much better because that's a +7.
Which is fair. Sorry, what was the con?
15.
Okay. Toka,
Oh,
one level of exhaustion.
oh. Poke's sweating. Where do we do that on the page?
If you go to your character sheet, it should be towards the top under. Sorry, I'm pulling up a quick sheet so you know what I'm talking about. If you click on, there will be a box under your hit points that'll say defenses and conditions. If you click on conditions, it's the last one there at the bottom.
Yeah, there's 6 levels of exhaustion.
Yep, and at the 6th level of exhaustion, you basically go into cardiac arrest.
Gotcha.
You die. Did you know that a lesser restoration spell can, I think, reduce your exhaustion levels by 1? You also, as you take long rests, you also then, for each long rest, reduce your exhaustion by 1.
Oh, so it takes a long rest.
Yes, this is
That's
not something that
gross.
is negated by a short rest. As you are you guys are currently like ripping your arm muscles apart, and your body is feeling the strain of that.
I wish we had a better way.
Well,
We kind of jumped first on that one.
Or cast polymorph yet.
Do we want to go one more then break, or break whenever, Toka?
How many have we done?
That was
This
number
is
3.
I think we should do 5.
All right. So
Uh,
you guys want to do one more and then see?
we'll do one more. I'll use a bardic inspiration.
All right. Toka, for this one, I would like you to also include a perception check to try to find a landing of some kind to rest on. So, same deal. Athletics, con, and then finally Toka with a perception check to sort of aim to try and find a good place to rest.
Oh no, Surgak.
17 for athletics and a 16 for the other.
22 for athletics. Natural 20, so 23 for con.
A 16 for athletics and a and a 16 for con, because I can do math.
And what was the perception to try to find a rest point?
18. No. What is my perception? Plus 6.
So 24?
Sure.
Yeah, that math sounds right.
Coco looks with her seeing eyes.
Yes. And Surgak, how bad you do, buddy? You mean your athletics? This isn't dex. Okay. Oh. All right. Well, you as you are climbing, your body feels that fatigue, and you feel your arms give out quickly as your body takes on that level of exhaustion, and you have that brief heart attack moment where your rope slides down on the belay line. However, that ain't gonna bite you in the butt. As instead of being a full, proper tie off, you accidentally turned it, the sort of like connection point to the sort of like double loops, into a one tug untire. And as your body jolts, it unfurls and unravels.
Yeah.
Surgak, make me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can grab the wall, or you are dropping. You can certainly try.
Remember, we're in the weird cave where Misty Step doesn't really work.
It can work. There just might be some unexpected complications.
If he fell out of his, he's not as constrained.
Mm-hmm.
He fell out of the harness.
Yeah. Yeah, no. the action is the dex save, and Misty is a bonus. You only fall at a rate of about 60 feet around, so like you've got some time. All right, you go to try to grab onto rock, and you thinking it's just a little bit of like
You're
quartz,
right?
giving it a bit of shimmeriness
So you
to
would
it.
be noticing this, so maybe
Instead,
I'll
you try to
probably-
grab onto a nice, wet, smooth stone.
Can I try to catch him? He's above me.
Yes. 1
Once
second.
you get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have that moment where you just sort of like have that Hans Gruber look up moment in Die Hard, where it's just that, ah!
'Cause it's
Um,
general.
Rifa,
Yes.
you get one chance.
Okay.
Give me a, let's see, would this be strength to try to grab him or athletic?
I personally feel like it would be strength.
Try
And
it.
that's looking at my.
It's the debate on if it is strength to hold him or to try to grab him as he is free falling.
Ah.
That is currently where my brain is having the conundrum.
Me-
Like
would
she
be-
she is prepared to try to catch anyone if they fall past her, but it's still that manual dexterity of making sure she is secured enough to then try to reach out and grab you in a split-second panic moment. So I'm going to say it is a dex save, just to move quickly enough,
Okay.
and then I will ask for a strength check to see if you are able to maintain your hold on the wall. That seems fair to me.
Dex
Yep.
save, then strength check.
Yep.
Okay. Can I guide myself?
Not in this case,
Okay,
just because it's a
That's
full
that's
action.
fair. It was just I'm not going to not ask.
No, that is understandable. It's,
Okay.
Yeah, if guidance, if you had some way of turning guidance into a reaction, I would say yes.
Okay. Dex save.
Yep.
12.
You grab, and you feel your hand skate across the shield that is sort of mounted to his back. You're unable to make purchase.
Okay. And strength save.
I mean,
Strength check.
No, that would be
He
if you
went
were
through
able
your
to
hands.
catch him
Oh.
Yeah.
to see if you could maintain hold on him and the wall.
Okay. That's fair. I'm not mad about not having to make an extra.
So, Surgak. Yep. Surgak. Give me a D100 roll, baby.
Oh no.
Can I guide Surgak?
No. This isn't a D20 roll.
Um,
51. You have that moment where you summon the magic granted to you by the Dullahan forward, and you feel
on the fifth.
feedback in a way that you haven't felt before, and then in a quick you feel your magic meeting some form of resistance. It's able to burst through it. The spell does go off. However, you will be taking some damage as your body is moved through space in that silvery mist.
Yeesh. Well, that's better than you just going poof. Because we are still in the hole.
You
So, I
become the new Crash Clock.
mean, magic
Please
is
take
weird.
14 points of force damage.
Jesus.
I'm basically treating it similarly to how failed teleport spells work. For at least that level on the D100 roll, I have a sort of varying scale of interference for it. So yes, you are able to get the spell off. You teleport right between Rifa and the wall in that sort of like awkward, like koala bear hug moment.
Grab me.
Rifa, Rifa, as you are now supporting your weight, is strength check.
Can I do perception? I mean, we're all.
You all
connected,
heard the
we know,
swearing.
yeah, we know this. We know what's going on.
No.
All right, I'm looking down like, all right,
5.
yeah.
Surgak, give. I need to see how well you are holding on to Rifa right now.
You
Give
better
me
hang on tight, buddy.
Yeah, give me a a strength check. You're basically trying to grapple her.
Fucking hold on tight.
Athletics. If you are proficient. No. You are trying to muscle and wrap yourself around. Yeah, no, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Fuck. Fuck.
You are trying so hard. This is the D&D equivalent of like the guy who's like constantly slipping and can't quite fall down and can't quite stand up. Surgak, you teleport forward, and Rifa, in that moment as she's looking down and like screaming out, "No!" is suddenly like impacted with the force of a flailing Surgak and is knocked off of her perch. Your harness holds.
Oh, thank God.
However, Surgak, you just sort of like slide down her legs that you sort of knocked out from under her.
Oh my god.
To see if you can grab the wall this time. As you fall to the bottom of the belay line, though, Rifa,
Yes.
I need from either. Actually, no. Next person up, Chris.
It's me.
Strength saving throw to see if you can compensate for the extra weight.
19 plus my strength.
You're
I'm
good.
assuming that's fine.
Rifa, you fall down to the bottom of the looped self belay line, and you have that moment of fuck.
Oh,
And you have the
27.
biggest wedgie where the silken rope has sort of like worked its way up under like your armor, and you have like a massive freaking like atomic wedgie. Actually, no, you did fall a little bit, so I am going to give you a little bit of fall damage.
Right up the butthole.
Well,
Yeah.
I have, you would have gloves. Can I?
Ooh, please take
Can-
10 points of bludgeoning damage.
I can vouch. It freaking hurts your spine when you go a little bit too fast.
Yeah, no, this is literally just from the force of the impact.
Gotcha. And then, I mean, I was thinking more for like a rope burn, but it's silken rope, so it's probably smoother.
I mean, like, friction
and-
is still a thing.
Yeah.
But, like, all of you guys have,
Yeah.
like, gloves of some
Gotcha.
kind.
That's what I was thinking.
Except for Toka, because she needs the nice manual dexterity to play the lyre.
She got paw pads.
For that 19.
I'm also picturing, like,
Which is
you have,
27.
like, you basically get, like, your, like, mittens and things. Like, you have, like, silicone tips, so you have, like, some form of dexterity for, like, your winter gear.
Yeah.
Like, instead of, like, the touch screen finger, you have, like, rubberized tips. Surgak, did you make that dex save to try to grab the wall?
Oh,
All right,
thank God.
that is enough as Surgak. You just in a moment of fuck, I'm okay, fuck, not okay, fuck, still not okay, whoa! And you stop falling.
Jesus.
Surgak, you just watched your entire life flash before your eyes twice in about 45 seconds.
You alright?
Uh,
What do you need? Do you need us? Okay. Can I stream? Oh.
Can I make him a harness?
I was gonna say either plywood or yeah.
one of you can try.
John, what was the result of Toka's perception?
Sorry, yeah, this took a bit of precedence. What was your perception?
It was 26, I believe.
Oh yeah. You don't quite see it for this for this section of climb, but you do see that in the next one you are probably going to be approaching a landing pretty soon, which also works because you will be approaching about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night.
Wonderful.
23, Surgak. You now have a very, very much better made harness, which Rifa ties off and filters through and like ties off into the line and sort of passes it down underneath her. You will need to do a quick free climb to get back up to her, as Rifa is on the bottom of the belay line.
With your 1 point of exhaustion.
Yes, with your 1 point of exhaustion. Yep.
Fuck me.
That is enough. 17 is enough. You pull yourself up and very, very carefully slot your legs back into where they need to go on this harness. you have a feeling you'll probably need to clean out your trousers, but you're not dead.
Surgak wore his brown pants today. We're good.
Yeah. It's one of those times where it's just like, maybe the gladiator skirt might have been a better option. Fair enough.
Yeah. So
No, just thinking about the repercussions of Surgak basically freeballing up in a kilt.
Just a flap.
oh man.
Anyway. You are still a humanoid creature. You still have like all of the necessary dangle bits. Like Genasi are, for all intents and purposes, humans that somewhere along the line have had elemental infusions into their DNA, either from fucking or like just being born near a ley line where various elemental powers are just stronger in general.
A mossy rock.
Yeah, you've still got your stones. Don't worry. But yeah. So one more climb as Toka has spotted what looks to be a place where you can rest for the evening.
I'm gonna holler down and say, "We're all tired here. Take your time, Surgak. Be safe."
Alrighty. So yes,
So
athletics and then a con save again.
Just for Surgak or all of us?
Oh,
of us
you
are
guys
climbing up again.
are climbing.
So 19 and 16, 18.
24.
Natural 20.
Ooh, you're doing good today.
Oh wait, no, that's at disadvantage, so
Got it, catch
because
Surgak.
exhaustion. 17.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that's good.
This is our 5th round of climbing.
You guys are okay still. You make it up to this landing. You guys have climbed up a solid 400 to 500 feet. You still have 300 feet before where you know the sort of mining tunnels made by the kobolds sort of let out into the crevasse itself. Though you did not think to ask for a general position on where you could find them. So you'll either find them or you'll have another full days of climbing ahead of you.
Oh.
Yay!
Can we call Reggie and ask him to call them and be like, can you give us a general description?
You call Reggie, who will call Jakar, who will find someone, and they'll sort of they can't really give you directions since they don't know exactly where you are, and you guys don't know exactly where you are. However, they do the next best thing. They take a sort of bullseye lantern and fill it with an extra large reserve pot of oil and put it out on a long steel rod and sort of affix it to the wall itself, so you have basically a lighthouse to aim at here in the pit. Give me a perception check to see if you are able to spot this little pinprick of light.
Just Toka.
Any of you, you all know this is you all know that you're looking for something.
D5.
25?
Yes.
17.
At disadvantage?
Oh fuck, that's right.
All at disadvantage?
Only if you have a level of exhaustion.
Oh, I don't. I got a 17.
17.
19 out of 13.
27.
Sick.
All of you who rolled a 17 or higher, you are able to see, and it is sort of like the downfall of it being a lantern, where the bottom of it is, you can't quite see through it, but it does create enough of a corona of light around it that you are able to see it. You guys are going to need to angle your climb the following day, It's not directly like straight above you. It's up maybe another 300 feet and maybe about 75 to 100 feet to sort of like the right. So you will need to sort of like make a diagonal climb to sort of do it as quickly as possible, or you can just order of operations it and just go up and straight over.
Yeah, let's rest and we'll see how we roll.
Regardless, you all will need to take a long rest for the evening, as it is pushing, especially after all of that panic with Surgak. It is pushing about 10:30 in the evening, and this, you have a feeling, is probably going to be the only solid place to find to camp, or you can try to push 3 more hours to get to the tunnels. It is
Long
up.
rest.
Let's long rest.
All right.
I'm throwing that out there for everyone. Because I was the only one that didn't get exhaustion, luckily. But...
I'm not exhausted.
Oh, I thought you got one too. I'm
You know,
sorry.
she just fell.
Oh, yeah. I knew you missed.
All right.
Mixed something.
As you all
Long rest.
bed down for the evening, what is going to be your watch rotation, or are you all just going to try to take a nap and
I'll watch.
look as stony as possible?
I'll watch first.
I'll watch second.
All right.
Sounds good, because Toka's tired.
Depending on where anything might happen, you might not get the chance to take a full long rest before. However, so all I'm saying is, don't hit the long rest button until I tell you.
Too late, but it was just exhaustion, so it's fine.
And all your spell slots.
I didn't use any spell. Oh, from the fight. Oh, shit. Goddamn.
Yeah. In the future,
Yeah.
don't refresh it until I say, and you've completed a long rest.
Yeah. They should have an undo button, just a soft
Okay,
undo.
Rachel, I also did that, so.
We were all like, yeah, long rest, long rest.
All right.
I know I didn't use many.
Yeah, you
Because
did
I-
most cantrips.
Hmm.
Back up to
I'd say,
hell.
well, I mean, you did spend some with the.
I
you did spend
used
some on the big fight.
I used my twin spells, and I used my only second levels, so I would say probably 2 or 3 of those. So I will consider, if we have like I'll only be able to use 1 second level spell.
Okay. And you can also just quick mark off those spells.
There. And I used my hit points to.
Well, because it takes it all off with long rest.
I know, but like you can quickly just, so that way you don't have to remember it, just mark off those 2 spells on your character sheet, and then just long rest
do a long
when I
rest
tell you
again.
again.
That's what I did, because I think we all pressed long rest.
I'm
Honestly.
gathering.
But I'm back to where I was with everything as well.
Yeah, because like you can click on those little boxes.
Yeah.
Of the spell slots without casting the spells itself.
Yeah.
And I have none of those left. Okay.
And yeah, for now, just keep in mind how many spell slots or hit die you guys burned during your short rest. It shouldn't come up, but just keep it in the back of the noggin just in case. I think most of you all burned like 2 each.
Oh, I didn't use any hit dice because Toko is perfectly healthy.
Oh.
Hey. Regardless,
Perception.
first person up on watch, give me a perception check.
17 total.
17.
Yeah.
Your watch is relatively uneventful. You aren't used to being this far underground. It is moderately like disconcerting. You guys all sort of like bunch up there, right against the wall, and it's sort of that like, do you want to be far out or do you want to like be right up against the wall? But there is that level of, well, things could fall on us from above.
Or come out of the wall.
Yeah. So
I think we'd be like a nice middle ground, still tied together, perhaps.
Yeah.
One
Yeah.
python still in the wall, or at least a couple, like a punk punk.
Well, like, you guys are on a relatively large landing.
I think we're not worried about rolling off. We're worried about something pushing someone off or something happening.
Yeah.
Which is fair. All I'm saying is that you probably, if you guys bind yourselves together, you probably don't have to worry about the Python situation.
Well, why not?
Okay.
Yeah. And if you look at the map, we're on. It's not like we're right on the edge, but yeah, understandable function. Better safe than sorry.
So yeah, I will put you guys much closer as you are tying yourselves together. Actually, I'm gonna put you guys in order for when you guys were saying you were doing the perception checks, just so because I put your card not token on.
I was gonna say, I love that it's Chikara, not me.
I'm sorry.
Banhammer.
Naughty Wackus Pongus.
Anyway, let's face it, I'm Archimedes. If I'm anyone from the movie. Oh, he is, but he's just a salty little bitch. Chris, your watch passes uneventfully. You are still adjusting to being in this relatively alien environment, not used to being in a place so devoid of light or airflow. It is creepy AF, especially for someone who is more at home in either city streets or dense forested areas. Rifa, I believe you said you were next?
Yep.
Perception check.
13.
13.
I'm waiting for the cockroach men to come.
Your watch passes uneventfully as well. It is very hard for you to pick anything out of the dark beyond just weird noises from water rushing somewhere far, far below and echoing off of unfamiliar cavern walls. Who's up next? Surgak? Perception. Alrighty. With your 7, you are
Things aren't going well.
unable to pick out any shapes coming near to you.
Who's up?
Any sound beyond, as I was saying to Rifa, the strange echoing of far-off water until they are alighting down on the party and your... Surgak, you aren't quite able to make out what these creatures are until one tries to land on each of your compatriots, trying to take them unawares. They are going to be able to attack you all at advantage, as you are incapacitated and prone.
Is Toka still got her exhaustion, even though she's been the last for watch?
Yes, because you haven't finished your rest yet.
It was uneventful. I don't know if it was actually fun.
Well, yeah, mine was. Yeah, mine was uneventful as
Yeah,
well.
you
They
didn't
were probably-
see anything, Rifa. You didn't
Yeah.
hear anything approaching. Surgak, however, didn't hear anything either. However, that was more detrimental than anything else.
Yeah, it was still coming. They were
As
waiting for
to
us to
each
shoot.
of you, so Surgak, that is a 22 to hit you.
Ouch.
Oh, wait, no, it wasn't attacking you. It was attacking everyone, not you, because you were the only one awake. They were going after the easy targets, so it's 22 to hit Frost.
Yep. So how much
Alrighty.
was it for damage?
I hadn't rolled.
Oh, I
yet.
thought you said damage.
It was a 22 to hit.
Mhm.
Please take 7 points of piercing damage.
Ah!
A bit.
As you are jostled out of your slumber. However, as it latches onto you, this large, leathery creature wraps itself around your head. You are both blinded and unable to breathe. And as it is wrapping the top portion of its body around you, it lashes out with its tail to try to hit you as well. You are
Hit
still...
him.
Yes.
Me. Yeah, so
It's got multi-attack.
Okay, I just.
Also a 22 to hit.
Mhm.
So please take for me
7 for the first one.
4 points of slashing damage.
Motherfucker.
Same thing for you, Rifa.
Yeah.
Let's see how it rolled. Oh, well, 23 to
Damn.
hit.
That will hit.
12 points of damage, and you are similarly blinded and currently being asphyxiated.
Lovely.
Do you have alert before I...
Oh!
I'm sorry, I just...
It has advantage because you're still lying on the ground.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
but
You're
just-
sleeping.
Yeah.
You're also asleep because I'm pretty sure it's unless you are
Yeah.
incapacitated.
True.
like, okay, hold on.
No, I just wanted to, like we said, doesn't hurt to
No,
ask.
yeah, it never
because
hurts.
I just looked and like, I don't have that because I haven't taken it yet. That was what we were talking about for potentially the next one.
By the way, like even if
Yeah,
you're,
it's-
you're still on the ground, it just doesn't get like
Yeah, it's...
it wouldn't get double advantage.
Mm.
Like it still has advantage regardless,
Oh,
because you were asleep.
true. Yeah, it's not like sneaking up behind us while we're climbing or anything, so it does make sense. You have to be awake for alert.
Yeah.
That makes sense. No, I just wanted to ask. Just,
Oh, yeah.
just for your
Never heard
reads.
this back.
So 23 to hit you, it hits you.
Hey,
And
for
12 points.
12
Oh
if
wow,
you're
that was
blinded.
very consistent. 23 to hit with the tail as well.
That also hits.
You are not a wolf. 4 points for slashing.
Consistent with the second attack,
Yeah.
too. That's what I took.
Toka. That is a 19 to hit
Yeah.
and 7 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
And for the tail, 15 to hit.
No.
All right, tail misses. Ba-da-ba-ba.
Surprisingly, Toka has a 16.
These creatures aren't on the map yet, right?
They are not. I was about to put them on.
Okay.
As Surgak, you see these large, almost manta ray-like creatures, though there is a long, hooked barbs on the end of its tail, and a very, very angry-looking face coming out of the top of it. I need everyone to roll initiative. No, you failed your perception check. Correct. And none of you are incapacitated anymore. You're just blind and unable to breathe. Okay.
15.
Plus 4. 17 again.
I got a 15 also.
All right. First up, we have Surgak.
Still no bugaboos on the map.
Right. Add them to the token layer.
Okay, they just swapped over when I said that.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Oh, they're ugly.
There's no light down here.
Surgak, give me a. You are trying to touch it, and it doesn't want you to. So I will need basically an unarmed attack to try to boop it. Yeah, that hits. You deal no damage, but you're able to sort of slap its tail stinger, which now makes it look a bit like an upside-down anglerfish, with the lure sort of coming out of its butt instead. Oh, okay.
Love you.
Yeah, you too.
17.
You okay?
You reach out trying to grab
Those
the
are pretty.
tail,
Yeah, aren't they?
and you have that moment where it's like, I got it! But you just sort of mistime the sort of like thrashing it's doing after it just tried to slash into Toka and just sort of barely misses your hand. Is that the end of your turn? Yeah, they're all awake. They're just currently being asphyxiated and blinded.
Facehuggers.
Okay. Yes, that's how it works. Okay. No, that's a 12.
Nice.
All right. Sorry, one second. Give me those. Okay. Yep.
That's so cool.
Yep.
Wow.
I hate you.
Did you know that you can buy dice poppers, like from the Sorry game, like the dice poppers?
I mean, I assumed you probably could, but I
They
did not
make
know that.
little dungeon ones.
That is adorable.
Yeah.
Surgak, is that the end of your turn? All right. Wow.
Me. All right. So, do I need to make a check for breathing or anything like that, or not breathing, but like being suffocated?
No.
Okay.
You're just slowly losing oxygen.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna hold my breath for right now.
Yep.
And then I'm
You
going.
can attempt to break free of its grapple.
That's what I want. Yeah.
Alright.
Is it a disadvantage or anything, or?
I don't believe so.
Strength check, 'cause I'm.
Yeah, it's just a strength check.
Okay. Page strength cheek. I'm gonna rip this motherfucker. Strength. 17. Fucking 17 all night.
You succeed. You are no longer grappled. Sort of tear it off. This weird, like, clammy, leathery.
I picture like the Jeepers Creepers when the. I don't know. Skeeving me out. That's all I'm saying.
When you rip it off of your head, and you just have that moment of, you're ugly.
Hey, you ugly bastard.
But you do see that Rifa and Toka behind you are all similarly wrapped.
Okay. I'm gonna have. Oops. That's over by you for a moment. A second. It wasn't really an attack. That was just to get out
That
of
was
there.
your full action, though, unless you want to action surge.
Yeah. So I will. I'm right next to Rifa, so let's see what I can do. Bonus actions. Not much. I'm sorry, Boo Boo. I can't really help right now.
Okay.
Oh, actually, we're all tied together, so I can't really go anywhere anyway.
Correct.
So, fuck it. I'll action surge. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you guys can't really move around on the map unless the person next to you moves around on the map as well.
Yeah. And since I'm still on the ground.
Probably not. Like, you
No.
did like a wingspan's worth of rope,
Yeah. We can go.
So like you guys
probably
have
square
like
away.
yeah, you just can't sort of like the people on the outer edge can't really do more than like the 5 foot around the person they are next to, and the people in the middle, because you are tied off in 2 different places, you're kind of locked in place beyond just being able to move your arms within your square.
Yeah. I knew I was gonna say something. I should have said.
Yeah, so like
something.
you are,
Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
Surgak, you are still able to swing your weapon, and things of that nature, but you can't really. You can try to drag the people behind you. However, dragging one person is at half speed, so I would say you'd be moving at like
Quarter speed.
You'd be dragging. Actually, no. You'd have maybe 5 additional feet of movement because you would be dragging 3 people behind you. Like you guys sort of like put yourselves in Satan's 3-legged race right now. But congratulations, you make it very hard to carry any of you away.
I'm going to I'm going to action surge, and then I'm going to. So I have my yeah, sorry, thank you. I'm going to.
It's just my bow.
Yeah, I'm gonna whack the one, whatever one. Actually, I don't want to hit anyone that's on their face or because that.
Yeah, there's just the one that is
the one that I
to your left. That is. I'm gonna put the little dots. So you were attacked by. Actually, I'm gonna do a different color dot that doesn't blend in as well. So you were attacked by green.
Okay.
Rifha, you are grappled by purple.
Okay.
And
Purple.
you are grappled by blue.
Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna go nobody sits on my face without my permission. And fucking smash this. That'll be a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
So
you slap it real good. It's just the D8 plus strength.
D8 plus 2. So 7 plus 2 is 9 points of damage for that one. And then my second attack, I'm going to hit him again. For a plus 6 is unnatural 20.
Yeah, that hits. What was the attack to hit the first time?
First time was
I feel like it was stupid high.
it was high. Plus 6. It was like I can't fucking remember.
That's fair.
This one is 10
we'll just
points.
roll with it. Yeah,
7
10 points?
Yeah. So 19 points between the two there.
That's a good solid slappage.
Then I'm gonna go nowhere.
You have that moment where it's like you rip it off and then you grab your great bow from where it was sort of like discarded next to your bedroll and you just sort of like do the like across both
That's
sides of its
literally
face.
I was like, get the hell out of here. Marking my action surge.
Is that the end of your turn?
Probably, because I'm not going anywhere. And yeah, that'll be the end of that.
Rifa!
Yes.
First roll.
Okay. So first things first, I'm gonna try to get the fuck.
Yeah, that's what I say. Get out of there. Rip that bastard apart. I'll help if I can next round.
Alright, make me a strength check.
With a natural 1 for a total of 3, I don't think that will work.
Nope. Please just put a tick on your just for like number of rounds that you are unable to breathe.
Okay.
Also, what's your con modifier?
2. No,
Okay.
3.
Okay.
Con.
Good to know.
Fuck. I'm sorry. I should have hit. I should have hit you.
It's you.
Like,
No.
Like normally, you can hold your breath in D&D for a stupidly long time that makes a Navy SEAL look like a bitch. However, you weren't prepared for this. Like you didn't necessarily.
I didn't prepare.
Yeah, you didn't take any preparation breaths. Like this is literally what was just left in your lungs while you're sleeping, which aren't overly deep breaths anyway. So yeah, it's one round of asphyxiation. Good to know.
Hold your breath.
Anything you would like to attempt to do with your bonus action?
Sure. I will shift.
Okay. You'll gain your temporary hit points and your AC goes up by 1.
My AC goes up by. Yes. I was thinking temporary HP. I mixed myself up.
Question, is there for USB-C? Yes. Function. Because I'm at 11. Oh, 14. Okay, okay, so you shift. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Toka!
Assume if Toka was to use fear, the thing would let go because it wants to move as far as possible away from me, correct?
Yes. Question. Does it specify a creature you can see?
I mean, everything's lit up.
You
Yeah,
are
but
blinded
you're-
because you are currently have your head
Your face is
wrapped up
covered.
in the wet towel from hell.
We
You
cannot.
project a phantasmal image of the creature's worst fears. Each creature within a 30-foot cone must succeed on a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like creatures that you can see because you can't.
Nope. Its range area is self, so it's emanating from me.
So that is wisdom saves all
Yes,
around?
please.
Alright.
Well, it's a cone, so I don't know if I would hit blue and purple, but I'm going for blue because
I would say
he's
that you
holding
can
me.
hit blue and purple because part of it is wrapped around you. Like, as soon as it runs away, it'll be out of the cone, but like you are able to quick get that
Boogie boogie.
if it succeeds.
Yes, please. Wisdom.
Advise them. So for blue, that is a 19,
Oof.
and for red failed. That's a 3.
Yes. Red is scared.
Or sorry, by red I mean purple.
Or purple is scared. Well, that sucks. That's the one that I wanted to let go.
You're good.
Well,
Yeah.
the one wrapped around your face is going to attempt to flee. Is it that they have to use, or no, the one that isn't wrapped around you? Is it that they have to use their reaction to flee? Like, what's the overall effect?
A creature must take a dash action and move away from you by the safest available route, unless there is nowhere to move.
Okay. So it's at the top of its turn, not immediately, is what I'm just double checking.
Yeah, it makes it take an action.
Yep, no worries. Yeah. I just know that, like, for things like, what is it, Dissonant Whispers, if it fails, it uses its reaction to run away. So I just wanted to make sure it wasn't another similar effect like that. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, can't really do much with my face and mouth covered.
Fair enough.
So Rifa's is not covered. Well, it's currently.
Rifa will probably be freed momentarily.
Gotcha. Yeah, once it takes its turn.
Yeah.
'Cause it's gonna
So
take
the
its
one
turn.
that you just slapped twice, Chris, is looking at you, and it's very, very mad.
Yep. I shake off and I go. I look at Surgak and I go, "Let's kill these motherfuckers."
You see its jaw drop, almost like in a rendition of the scream, and you just hear a low, warbling, almost like brown note moan.
I clench my sphincter.
I need everyone
As an action.
party to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving.
Yep,
throw?
because all of you are within 60 feet of it.
Oh dear. Is it a spell?
No,
It's not a spell.
this is a purely organic-based ability.
18.
18.
17 at disadvantage.
I'm sorry. What was the check?
Wisdom save.
Thank you. Which is 0 because I have 0. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Surgak also produces a brown note.
Brown note and brown pants. 13.
13.
I have a plus 0.
Chris, you just succeed.
Sheesh.
However, that means Surgak, you abysmally failed.
Sorry,
What
that's
is this?
phrasing.
What is this fucker's
You are now frightened.
color?
Oh no.
Green.
Until the end of its next turn. However, all of you that succeeded, you have a feeling that now that you know what to expect, you are immune to such a similar effect for the next 24 hours.
Does
Because we passed.
Yeah, because you passed, you are fine. Yeah, no, Caleb, this is a little bit of revenge on my part. But they're so effective, and also like realistically, without sending more Umber Hulks at you guys again, it made sense.
And
I had that.
There were good reasons.
There were really good reasons.
There were valid reasons,
And that's
but
why
fighting is not one of them.
That's why I didn't say something there.
I mean, we all have knives. We can definitely.
Yeah, you can take an action to cut yourselves free.
Oh.
Correct. And if it is within your line of sight, everything you do will any attacks you try to make are at disadvantage.
And you didn't say what these things are, right?
I did not.
Okay.
Caleb did. Little metagaming little piece that.
I don't. No, if you didn't say it, don't worry about it. I just
Caleb knew what they were, so Surgak knew to cast light on them like an asshole.
That's what I would have thought.
Yeah, no, like it. Yeah, no, like it makes sense, but there was just that little voice in the back of my head saying like, he knows these stat blocks. Regardless,
So this is green.
that is yes. We are at. Oh, excuse me. That was green's turn. Purple is going to immediately let go of Rifa, and it is going to attempt to flap right back out over onto the flap away into the crevasse. All four of you get an attack of opportunity. Toka at disadvantage because you can't see it.
17.
17 hits.
I keep rolling 20s and I'm upset.
4 points of damage.
Yeah, I mean, like you probably shifted it to its smaller form so it would fit on your belt.
13.
13? 13 misses.
That's what I figured.
What did you get, Chris?
4 points of damage. I got a 17.
Yep. 4 to purple.
15 for Toka.
15 hits. Caleb.
11.
You did not.
D4.
Not telling you.
No.
Shut up,
Those
you.
dice.
Rachel, what did you
jump up?
roll? Because I'm assuming you'd only be using your claws and not trying to slap it with your lyre.
Yeah, no, 4 damage, but -2, so 2 damage.
Oh.
I request Toka goes to the gym after this.
I mean, if you want to take the time to either find something that'll buff Toka's strength, or just devote any and all future ASIs to pumping up your guns.
At least so it's not a -2, because that's sad.
That's my boy.
Anyway, it is. What is its movement speed?
Don't be suspicious.
Don't be so 44. So that
Don't be suspicious.
it is still flapping fine and free. So that was 5, 10,
Don't be
15,
suspicious.
20, 25, 30, 35. It flies 40 feet away. However, oh wait, no, it has to dash, which means that
It's gone.
5, 10. It is literally at the edge of the map. However, the one that failed, or the one that was frightened, takes the source of light with it.
Oh my god, no.
Luckily, we've got dark vision, but still, yeah. That light
This makes me
sucks.
very happy.
No. God damn it.
Thanks, Rachel.
No, I just wanted the fucking blue guy to let me go.
Oh, I know. However, that is the end of Purple's turn. This brings us to Blue, who, since you are... which means that it is going to attempt to sort of chew on you a little bit, since you're right there, Rachel, and it gets to do it at advantage.
The blue one?
The one that's on you.
The one that's currently still wrapped around your face.
Oh, I thought you said the green one. I was like, huh?
I might have. I'm just being a dumbass.
Wow. Well, stop that.
Well, I'm sorry. However, that is a 25 to hit you.
Well, I guess it hits.
Oh, yay! 10 points of piercing damage.
Jameis.
Ouch, my face. Ouch, ouch, my face.
And it's going to attempt to make a tail attack at you as well. And that is a 16.
I'm freaking out like Peter.
I'm gonna shield, so no.
Anymore. Please don't put your eggs inside me! Please! Don't put your eggs inside me! Talking to my symbiote. Alright, am I pregnant?
However, that is the end of its turn, which will bring us back up around to Surgak. Also, Rifa, you can breathe that.
Surgak, go help Toka. Oh wait, you don't know if you can. I don't know.
He's
if you
right
can.
next to her.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yes, I'm
she's
wrapped.
She's still wrapped up by blue.
Yeah, just go. I know I shouldn't have to say this, but don't stab her in the face.
Oh, fuck you. 15? Your DC is 16?
Boom.
All right, your guys' proficiency bonus just went up. I hate it.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. And this is against blue? Yep. And I'll subtract a d4. Oh, which is really annoying because it would have just succeeded. I hate you.
My fuck.
And now it just failed. I rolled a 1 on the d4, so it just went from just succeeding to just failing. And I hate it.
Oh. That's not a good idea to talk to Sean about later.
Politely. I don't like that.
Get
All
off,
right.
get off
Yeah,
my friend.
you did good. It's still a good d4, yeah. Yep. Politely, I hate you. Is that the end of your turn? You get the feeling that it's thrashing and writhing around in pain a little bit. You don't know if you necessarily did enough to help her get out of there, especially since Mind Slipper is only against saving throws. Yeah, you use the help action to sort of like dig your fingers under its wings to give her a little bit more leverage. Should she choose to use her action to break free?
I want to break free. I want to break free.
Make a save. I
And
go.
all of you hear that and just like, what is a save? Caleb takes
That's-
1d4 of meta damage.
Honestly, that's literally what I was thinking. Because
Not Surgak, Caleb. Yeah, it's more that you're trying to get it to evade something, not that you are like versus trying to hit it.
So make
Yeah.
it dodge. Or...
It's more that like literally the nomenclature is very much the gamified version, where it's just that moment of no.
Not allowed.
So
That's not how it would probably work in universe.
make
And also
it-
just Sean being a sassy bitch. I like doing that.
Yeah, or like make it think. Make
Is
it
that the end of your turn, Surgak?
make it think or
Faust.
something like that. Okay. I am up and good to go. I'm going to I'm going to look at Surgak after he said make it save. I'm like, fuck this thing. These don't need saving. Because I have no idea what you mean.
I ain't no priest, but these don't need saving.
Unless you mean by sending them to the fucking depths of hell. So I'm going to pull out an arrow and I'm going to shoot the blue one with the Bane arrow.
Okay.
Plus 10, 17. That was a 7. Good thing I have a plus 10.
17 hits.
17 hits, and then for Bane, it's got to do a charisma save.
Minus a d4. What's the DC?
15.
Ah! 16!
It succeeded. So the
It's not banged, it just
it's
gets
not
poked.
Bane, it just gets poked. Oh, if it succeeded, it would have been another D. Would that?
It would be a permanent d4 to everything.
Okay.
And it would have stacked. However,
I got
it now no longer has to worry about the d4 because that was the next save.
Yeah. So it just takes my damage. So.
Your
So-
2d6 plus both modifiers.
6. Come on. Oh, so it's 2d6
Plus strength and dex
Plus-
mods.
red barrel great bow plus 6. 10 points total to the
Nice.
blue one. And then I will. Fuck it. I'll do it again. I'll Bane arrows. Remind me to mark down 2 Bane arrows. Self. That would be a 19.
Oh, and a 14 for the con save or charisma save.
So it's
It
got that.
fails.
It's failed. So it is Bane.
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Nice.
And that's 18 points of damage.
Jesus!
I rolled max
Fuck!
on the d6s. 2 6s plus 6. And then the Bane.
Yeah, he looks like shit.
So he doesn't hit.
Yay.
And he has to subtract the d4
From
from
all attacks,
attacks or
and saves.
savings for the rest of the time. For the rest of his life. And bonus action, I will. No, because we haven't done the long rest. So no, I will not do anything because I can't do anything.
All right. Rihaha!
Yes. So I'm out of the thing.
Yes,
Yep.
you are no longer grappled by Ookie Spooky.
And that one ran too.
Perfect.
So you are just currently just still tied off to.
Green, yeah.
And
You know, I'm gonna say instead of like you guys tying each other off at the waists, or instead of like at the wrist, you'd like just lashed together yourselves at the waist, so you'll still have like free movement of your arms, just because what I had said before
well, it
was
only
dumb.
makes sense to like connect it
Julie-
by our harnesses.
Yeah.
Too early, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was more like my brain was just like, oh yeah, no, and like you guys like tied your wrists together, and it was just like, no, that's dumb. Regardless, like the movement concerns are still there. You just don't have to worry
Is
about your hands.
Rachel still
Yes,
okay.
though it has been baned.
Okay, that's good.
And it has taken a ton of damage in a very short amount of time. Hey Caleb, how long does light last, and is it concentration?
I don't think it is either.
I don't either. I just want to double check. Fuck! I don't like that.
I mean, I cast Toll the Dead on the one holding Toka.
Kill it.
I'm just double check. Wisdom?
Yes, it's a
Okay.
wisdom save.
No. I don't even need to roll the d4. That was a 6.
Ooh.
Fine.
2d12.
It rolled a 4 total.
2!
No, it's just saying it rolled a 2 on the d4, so it's a 4 total. Just out of spite.
Please melt the thing from inside its brain.
Where is my favorite D12? Where are you hiding? Where did you go? Where are you hiding, Cosmo? I have ones that are extra pretty that I really like, or that I try to go out of my way to use.
I consistently
I
use
do
my metal dice.
like all of them. That is 21 points.
Damn! I consistently use my first
Ow!
D20 ever.
Let me just make sure that that is accurate.
I mean, it should be like at least 2d12.
It is 2d12. I wasn't sure if I had gone up the next. But
No,
that's like
you
level
don't go up
11.
again until I think 11.
That's correct.
Does that mean your turn?
The end of my turn?
Yes. You're the one currently going.
Well, I thought you said that is the end of your
No,
turn.
is
and
that
I was
the
like,
end of your turn?
No. So that was a cantrip, which means I can still cast a leveled spell.
Correct.
Correct.
Oh,
Is it not dead after that? That much damage? That was a lot of damage.
There was a lot of damage. It looks fucking awful, but it is still up.
Wow. That is one hearty flap flap.
It's not a majestic flap flap. It's a sturdy flap flap.
Dirty cave flap flap.
It's a hungry flap flap.
Aren't we all?
I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Toka.
Okay, Toka, your AC goes up by 2.
Wow. I'm probably the hardest thing to hit right now.
You're definitely up there. I think that puts you at an 18.
24, because I currently still have shield.
Fuck! Yeah! I forgot about that. However, that's the end of Retha's turn, so it's the start of your turn, so shield goes away.
Hard to perish.
But you are shielded with faith. Your shield spell is gone.
I mean, it could come back. It's a reaction.
Your shield spell is currently gone.
We're definitely just gonna try to zippy zap this boy that has my face. Pretty much.
Like, casting, like, shocking grasp and, like, just going to face palm.
Baby, could you grab the caramel sauce out of the fridge?
Roll to hit. Roll to see if you hit. At disadvantage, you are blind.
Yes, baby.
That was double 18s plus 8.
Hell yeah, Toka!
Yeah!
I don't.
Yeah, that hits! And it makes sense. It's like, let go!
Yeah. Here.
Oh, son of a bitch! I completely forgot about the main facet of these motherfuckers.
Well, that's only 10 damage, so.
Oh, it's more that I need to. Yeah, I completely forgot about it.
What?
So that it has taken 63 points of damage so far since lashing to your face, Toka.
No.
So instead, it will take 31.
No.
Take 31. Because I was just looking at its actions. I forgot to double check its like effects.
No. Oh, fuck.
So it's still looking like crap. However, it's looking less on death's door, as opposed to Toko, who I'm assuming is looking kind of on death's door.
Yeah. With.
No, it's more that I completely forgot about the main facet of cloakers, where if they are wrapped onto someone and you hit them with attacks, the person they're wrapped up is sort of hit too.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toka's down to 26.
Suffer. And that's the end of your turn? Unless you want to quicken spell something if you have the sorcery points for it. Because I think all you have left is a bonus action.
No, because of that long rest debauchery. I couldn't remember how many sorcery points I had left, so I just decided.
Used, I think 3?
Yeah.
You did I know you did a twin spell and you did a hasten spell in that fight with
Yeah, so I don't have any more.
Yeah, they don't come back on a short rest. No, that's like the level 20 ability where they come back later. Never mind, ignore me. But that's the end of your turn.
JK, we took a short rest though, right?
No, it's not gonna be.
No, I'm.
Oh yeah, so yeah, you
We
have
did.
your actions.
I have my stuff back.
I'm gonna bonus heal myself
Okay.
because I used a cantrip, so I can do that.
Yeah, you bonus action do
So
the
I still
healies.
have- I got that.
Bonus action, ouchie, ouch.
Yeah, you. I'm assuming you use her healing word as it's the one that's a bonus action, and you sort of all of you here instead of like Token being like, okay, yeah, no, I'm feeling awful. You just hear as it's still wrapped around your head.
Yeah, no, it's yeah.
Hold your breath, Luca. Hold your breath.
What is your calm modifier?
Plus, saving
No, you're just your modifier.
16.
Your modifier.
Plus,
So 3?
Oh, yeah, it's +3.
Okay.
Is your modifier and saving throw not the same? Are they
You can be
usually the same?
proficient in the saving throw.
Oh, right.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, either way, let me roll my 3d4.
Yeah. Luckily for you, healing doesn't transfer as well.
13. That's better than nothing.
Yep.
However, seeing as it is the end of your turn, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay.
I will save my reaction for another day.
I just wanted to double check before. No, as it is now the start of that creature's next turn. You are no longer frightened. This brings us back to the cloaker, who is going to, excuse me, seeing that its compatriot, ran away, it is going to flap forward a little bit. And seeing as though out of the things unaccosted, you are the biggest threat, Frost.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to attempt to... actually, no. It is going to stand in front of you, and you see its shape sort of imperceptibly vibrate in the air, and you
Did
find...
you just say you see it imperceptibly?
Yeah, that came out wonky. It's been a weird day.
You see it, but you don't.
Almost imperceptibly. There was an almost in there. So like it's that almost that moment of like, are my eyes just wigging out? But you see its form just sort of like, just barely start to vibrate and sort of fuzz out. Almost like your eyes go like barely out of focus.
Frost now has an astigmatism.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
However,
Roll for astigmatism.
you have that moment of, what the fuck? And instead of one, you now see 4 of that same creature sort of flitting in and about in that same space.
As a person who loves mirror image, I am personally thrilled.
As a GM who likes fucking with you guys, I'm overjoyed.
I mean, if you want to kill us in the bottom of a hole, I guess is the best time to do it.
You're not in the bottom of a hole anymore. You're like halfway down a hole.
We're in the midst of a hole.
In the midst of a hole.
Anyways, we're in a hole. Don't have to dig no graves if you're in a hole.
Guys, is there 4 now? With my eye, did I get something in my eye?
That was weird.
We all see 4, right?
Watching too much TikTok.
Yeah.
We all see the 4 of them, right?
Yes, it's not like... I just brought it up to you because
it
it's
was right in front
sort
of
of...
me happening.
Yeah, exactly.
Flavor.
It was rearing up to attack you, and then it had that moment of, no, why would I do that? That would be dumb.
Me a lot too. Should probably be a little smarter about this.
All right, so he's got a wrench to.
I go. He just melted into 4 other or 3 others. He's
All right, so that's the end of its turn.
There's 4 total.
I'm assuming that
Edible that's over there.
Purple is no longer frightened.
I took 2 bites, but I'm not feeling
Nope.
nothing.
I don't believe so. Let me double check though.
Purple.
It's
Mhm.
concentration up to a minute, so I guess I should do a con save
Yeah, you should
instead.
do a couple of con saves to see if you've maintained concentration on that. You've been hit a bunch. Not with like single large amounts, so I'll just say it would be like 3 like flat 10s, because Sean's an idiot.
Sure. There's a 17.
Yep.
It's a 19. We'll take that.
Yes, we will.
That's a 12.
That's still enough. Like you're just trying to beat 10.
Oh,
Yeah, like how maintaining concentration works is that you're trying to beat either half of the damage taken, or whichever's higher, just a flat 10.
I thought it was with the wisdom save. Never mind. I don't usually cast concentration, and there's a reason for that because I can't concentrate.
That's fair.
So he
So
is still frightened.
Yeah, however, it has flown far enough away from all of you that it now no longer can
Like
see
our
you.
righteous way.
Well, it's more that it's gotten far enough away that its dark vision doesn't help it anymore. So I'm going to have to make a perception check to see if it can even find you guys. However, it's currently wreathed in bright fucking light still. So it's a disadvantage.
I mean, it can stay
No,
right
wait.
the fuck away.
So it's literally just going to fly back and forth trying to find you guys.
Take it. I will take it at this point in my life.
And yeah, that's going to be all it can do. I hate that.
Stay away. Be scared of this tiny cat that is very much slumped and beaten.
I don't like that. However, the one that is currently still wrapped around you and is now very much beat to shit is going to attempt to pick you up and fly away.
We're all still attached
Actually,
to
no,
each other.
Yeah, no, you're all still attached. It's not dumb. It would be able to see that. Well, no, it's more that Sean briefly forgot that you guys were tied to each other.
That's why we did this. It was
Yeah,
a good
no, that's
move.
fair. However, it is still just going to attempt to bite you.
Please. I'm not tasty, I swear. I'm very lean. Not a lot of meat on these bones. 22?
Yes.
Fuck. Yeah. Oh, wait. Is Rifa's shield still up on me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will actually shield Ben because that brings me back to a 24.
Fuck you. You will not take that 8 points of damage.
I cannot take any more damage.
However, it's still going to attempt to hit you with its tail.
That is fine.
No. That's a 17, you shielded little fuck. So yeah, no, it did fuck all.
There's a reason why I don't use a lot of first level spell slots because shield is a lot more useful.
That's the terrifying thing about like high-powered wizards is that they get signature spells where they can basically turn certain leveled spells into cantrips. Yeah, like a 20th level wizard can do that with 3rd level spells. So you can have on-demand shield and counter spell. I hate it.
But that's also a pretty high level wizard.
Oh yeah, it makes sense. It's just that moment of
When you're that much of a wizard, it's well earned.
Yeah, like if you as a wizard have survived up to level 20, you've earned it.
If you're ever the whiz that was.
Yeah, Surgak, it is your turn, my friend. The blue one looks fucking awful. It's hard to tell. It flew away. It's mostly just really confused as it's very hard to see anything. Yeah, it didn't really take much damage. It just got literally frightened off. Okay.
Why can't you hit it with a sword?
It's just too far away.
Oh, duh.
Maybe only blast it once.
That'll hit. How much is the
Until our
damage?
girl is in there.
Don't hurt Rachel.
The 10 misses. Oh, the 10 is the damage?
hmm
All right. It takes 5. Rachel, take 5.
Yep. I'm at 34.
Oh, you're fine.
I know.
Oh,
Toka is bracing.
Yes,
they do? Okay.
that hits.
She might slap you after this.
All right, so it takes 4. Or no, it takes 3. Rachel takes 3.
So it splits the damage with Rachel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rachel currently, like, as your arrow cut through, like, the flaps that are currently wrapped around Rachel, Rachel now has had that moment where she's like, she just sort of like, if she could look down, she'd see that, oh, I have been perforated as well.
I literally was just about to use that exact phrasing.
Oh, look, I've been impaled. Or wait, I can't, I'm still blind.
I've been perforated.
Toka, you're gonna have to do a strength check to get out of this if he
Yeah.
doesn't kill this guy.
Alternatively, Caleb, you could have used your action to wrench it off of her.
Yeah, I'm like, I was trying to get over there, but I'm further
Yeah.
away.
You can pull it off of someone else. However, no, you used your action already.
Yeah, just don't do that bonus. Don't do it again.
Yeah, I can handle another like 10 damage not too badly.
Yeah, like, Toka's comparatively still fine.
Mhm.
The 19 will hit, the 12 does not. So each of you take 5.
Yeah.
The only reason why I
Surgak launches those volleys of Eldritch Blast, and then in the back of your head you just have that moment of, wait a second, there was another option here.
Mhm.
I'm an asshole.
Toka literally has a -2 to her strength, and it's the only reason where I haven't been like, okay, let's use this action.
You've been rolling so high though too, so but
Regardless,
am I up?
yes, this brings us to Frost.
Okay.
And while you are deciding what you want to do, the DM needs to
Go Pete, that's
I
fine.
think I'm also going to pee.
That's fair, you've got time.
Break time.
Like, if you want me to take a quick tinkle,
Mhm.
do so.
I like the lava ones too. Yeah, those are. I'm just coming, buddy. Actually, why don't I do it? Because I'm next, and then we can go around.
Don't mind.
No, I'll do it.
That is no problem.
No, I want you to play and have fun. I already know what I'm going to do as well. It's okay, buddy. I'll be right there. All right, so
I am back.
I'm gonna yell to Rachel or to Toka. I'm not gonna hurt you any more.
More.
And then smack the shit out of Mr. Green. Well, that'll be 18.
Parkas. Oh yeah, an 18 will hit.
6
My
points.
chips are too crunchy.
Hold on, baby.
And I'm gonna hit him again. 17.
17 will definitely hit as well.
What's up, baby?
Woo-hoo-hoo. Max 10 points of damage.
That's max.
A D8.
That's the, oh, right, you're slapping it.
D8 plus 2. Max.
Very much someone was like, no, with the new bow, like, 8 is your minimum.
Yeah. No, I'm just hitting him because I'm right there.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense as well.
Bonus action. I am done with my turn, so I just hit him. Yeah, give him a good whacking. And then it is on to Retha.
Yeah, good old game of whack fuck.
And then you hear a cloaker scream out and undercoming. Fwah!
I'm going to cast command
So the
at
green one?
first level
Yeah, that-
on the blue one. That's around Toka.
All right. What are you trying to command it?
I'm going to command it to release.
All right, and is that a wisdom's charisma or an
That
intelligence?
is a 15 wisdom save.
It's still fucking banned.
Mhm.
Not that it
Please.
matters. That was a natural 10.
Please
Okay.
release my face.
That is a 3. So on its turn, it will follow through on that command.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And it is your turn, or is that the end of your turn?
I'm trying to figure that out. Yeah.
Okay. If that is the end of your turn, this brings us to Tuka. It's your Goka.
I am torn between hitting it more and it dying before it releases my face, or I should probably just heal.
I
I'm
think
gonna
that's
do
why.
that. I'm just gonna heal. I'm just gonna.
Christopher, quit licking the gate.
Physician, heal thyself.
I'm gonna cure some wounds. 3d8. Where is mine? D8. That's not my D8. I'm a dummy. I'll still take the 2 though. That's an 8.
Whoa!
Wait. It's a 15 plus 3, so 18. Thank God it can't steal my heals.
Monty Python and the Holy Grail is on Watch It Now on Netflix.
I need to reset up my Netflix.
With Netflix.
I guess that's all we're gonna do for now.
All right. This brings us to the Christopher. Get off the heater, please. Christopher. Thank you, buddy. That brings us to Green's turn. Or wait, no, Chris. I am so sorry. You were trying to hit the one that has the duplicates out.
You
were
hit
hitting the one that has
had
all the duplicates, so I need to figure out if you hit it or the duplicates.
My fault.
Nope, that is A-okay.
That is literally
That-
what I was thinking, but then talking about it. So I either got rid of 2 duplicates or hit them. Or hopefully 1 duplicate and hit them. Or hit them both down.
It doesn't actually give me the actual numbers for it, so I'm just gonna flip a coin to see if you hit it or
Oh,
the
it
thing.
doesn't. It's a,
No.
usually it's above 10. It doesn't.
Yeah,
hit.
but
Yeah, but you
Shifts.
rolled a while ago, so it's hard
Yeah.
to remember.
Yeah.
I think a coin
Well,
flip
it's more
is-
that like whenever a creature targets the cloak with an attack or harmful spell while its duplicates remain, the creature rolls randomly to determine whether the target hits, and it doesn't give any of the things. So I'm just gonna flip a coin twice. Heads it hit. Okay, so that is 1 duplicate down. However, that will gain back some HP. And the other one hit it true, so I'm just going to give it back. I'm just going to say 5 as a nice median. Alright, so that is its turn. It is going to see all that happening, and it is going to attempt to bite your face, Chris.
Bite your face off.
No, that was a 9. It's going to attempt to hit you with its butt.
Gonna bite your face on.
That's a dirty 20 to hit.
That's,
I'm okay with that.
I assume will hit.
Yes, it doesn't have shield. So that is 11 points of damage to Frost. And that's the end of its turn. Blue is still going to attempt to perceive what the fuck is going on because it is still blinded by the light.
The weekend.
action at disadvantage.
Targets me. Just use my character sheet. 17. See.
Okay.
It was a dirty 20 to hit, so.
No, you're good. I'm just saying if they go spell, you can do mage hand.
Yeah, no, that was yeah, that was a 1 and a 2 on the die. It sees nothing. It continues to just flap around in confusion.
Cave flap flap. Evil cousin of the sea flap flap.
Mm.
The stone flap flap.
Earth flap flap.
This brings us to Blue, who is going to use its action to release Toka, who can now see and has that moment of, oh, thank fuck. You can breathe, you can see. You can
I
see.
can fight.
You can see, you can see, you
Beat
can
me
see.
by like a second and a half, damn it. But yeah, that's its action. So that's going to be fuck all it can do, which will bring us back around to Surgak.
Fuck
Yes,
it up.
at least. You can attack with reckless abandon again. True, but like you can attack with reckless abandon and guilt-free now. I am terrified for all of us being in the same place. Oh, it's gonna be great, but it's gonna be chaotic as fuck.
That's what I wanted to ask, Natalie.
The only way to hit, the only way to hit them and not the party is to put it in the wall. With your healing is probably a bad idea.
Yeah, no, shatter does damage to.
Objects.
Yeah.
In fact, it does. The object has disadvantage on the save, I believe, or it does double damage to objects and structure. I can't remember which. Okay. On blue. Correct. Yeah, Eldritch Blast is, instead of damage die going up, which for you is great, because since you have Hexblade's Curse, it increases your chance of critting on something. No. That one will hit. Are you aiming at blue? Okay. I just wanted to double check.
Because Toka's no longer being grappled.
16. It looks awful, but it's still up. Yeah, you guys really don't have movement. Yeah, this brings us to Faust, who is currently holding a baby.
I can push him.
That is good. I'm going to ask him if he had anything specific in mind, or you can just do it.
Okay.
Just a reminder that because he has the great bow, it is disadvantage for anything within 10 feet of him.
Okay.
Use my green dice because you got the big
Okay. Alright, so he's going to try to hit. He's with the great bow or the melee bow?
The great bow is the ranged option, which because of its size, the disadvantage range is extended. The melee option is because it also functions as a great club if he just wants to slap someone with it.
So they're the same,
No,
but for different purposes.
Exactly.
Okay.
He can either use the great bow and hit green, or he can attempt to turn it upright again and aim an arrow at blue.
He'll use the bow to hit green.
Okay. So yeah, just use the great club
melee attack.
That's 17 to hit.
Yep. Even when it's not you, she feels to miss.
8 points of damage. But does it hit it or a duplicate?
That's what I'm about to decide.
That would be it.
Cool.
It is simply just the spirit of Frost Nightshade being absolutely impossible.
That was.
Oh, so he can do it again?
Extra
8,
attack.
8 points.
Yep, so you can attempt to hit it again.
Okay, cool, I'll do that. Oh no, that's a 9.
Plus anything?
It was a 3.
Oh, yeah, no, that misses.
Okay.
That brings us to the end of Frost turns, which brings us to the start of yours, Molly.
Yes. Okay, so, I can't move because I'm in betwixt, correct?
Correct. I mean, you can move like 5 feet forward or 5 feet back, but you can't really go left or right.
No, and I can't really move forward because that thing is right there,
Yep.
so. No. I guess I will reach forward and touch the thing and cast Inflict Wounds. At 3rd level.
Get wounded.
Yeah. Get hurt. Natural 20.
Motherfucker!
So yeah, does it have any things left?
It has 2 left. I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
I hit the thing.
You hit the thing.
I hit the thing. Okay,
So give me
that's 5d10.
10d10.
Yes.
You crit like a bitch.
You hit like a bitch.
I thought you said you crit. He's probably not down, but.
You've been
Did
consistently
you say you thought I said I crit?
I thought you crit.
I did crit.
Oh, good. For me?
No, for me.
No, with a level 3 inflict wounds.
Oh, even better. Did you do 2 hits with me?
Yes.
Okay. You hit both times?
No, I hit 1 time.
Awesome. Yeah, if it was a longbow shot, you would have been 5.
6, 7, 8,
Plus 6 is pretty rough.
9.
Plus anything is amazing, really.
10.
There's so many D10.
Okay. That's 10. That's 10.
So 20.
Yep. That's 10. That's 10. That's 40. That's 10.
50
That's
points of damage.
10.
60 points?
60 points of damage.
Holy shit.
Can you wait for the green one?
It's not a really important fight, but also at the same time, how do you want to do this?
Yay!
Because it had 40 left.
I just look like I'm still kind of half asleep. Like I'm just looking like someone who just rolled out of bed and really is super hungover and needs a coffee and a really greasy sandwich like so badly. And I just reach out, not even with my hand because I'm just like over it, and I headbutt it and I say, "Get fucked."
All right. And as you headbutt it, the magical necrotic energy bursts out of your forehead, and it's very reminiscent of like Dracula's children in Van Helsing, just sort of popping like a balloon.
Yeah.
And it is just
Obliterated.
It is just
Yeah.
sludge on the ground at this point.
I look like I just excised some demons from myself, and I just go, hair of the dog.
You just have one like, punk. I feel better now.
I do feel better now.
And you're just sort of standing there and getting rained on in cloaker bits.
This is my final form. Then
Like it's very much like J and K at the end of Men in Black. You're just sitting there, just covered in slime.
Yep.
Just like, all is right with the world.
And I'm not going to do anything for
Um,
bonus action.
Frost and Surgak, give me a quick dexterity check to see if you are caught in the tidal wave.
19.
You are fine, Chris, and
Dodging that
Surgak.
shit.
You just have the moment where you turn and you, just in time to be like, what? As you basically,
Good hit, oh fuck, that's coming down.
yeah, you have that moment where you sort of feel like you walked onto a porn set.
Stay out of the splash zone unless you're
Uh,
willing to get wet.
that is the end of Reeva's turn, which will bring
What?
us to Toka.
Again?
What?
Nothing.
Emails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't keep going.
It's free.
So blue is gone.
Yeah. Did
Blue
you
has
like-
let
Did you
go.
pay shipping?
Great deals. No, because I can take it off of that.
Oh, blue has let go. I thought blue was being disintegrated.
Re-gift?
Okay.
Green just got eviscerated. Blue just let go and watched one of its compatriots get
I'm
pulped.
just saying.
Yes.
Meow, meow. I feel like since
Actually got
We're gonna use some
it's like
dissonant whispers on blue.
So that's a wisdom or intelligence saving
That is
throw.
a wisdom, please.
What level are you doing it at?
Fourth.
Gifting.
Well, that is a with the bane. That is a grand total of 8.
Yeah, no, get fucked.
He's about to. So
get
roll
ripped.
all them d8s of
Oh,
bad brain touch.
Get him.
Unfortunately, they're 66s, but
That's still a lot of 6
That's still
d6s
on
of bad
D6s.
brain touch.
oh, we're starting off strong with a 6
and I already have
and
that. There's no point.
another 6.
Still
One.
cool.
It's long since dead. How do you want to do this?
I'm still rolling. Don't you
I know.
interrupt
I'm
me.
just saying it has
Don't
7.
interrupt me.
That's 17.
She's got some rage to work out.
That is a solid 22 plus. Oh no, it's just 22. 22 damage.
Well, it's 15 more than you needed. How do I want to do this?
You guys did.
Toka is absolutely hissing these words, death and malice on her brain, just fucking disintegrate,
Get
you
off.
worthless worm.
Right. And as you say that, and your mind and intent from the spell lances forward at it, you just see its eyes go bloodshot, and it starts crying blood, and you see bits of blood and brain matter dripping out of the little ear holes it has as it sort of shudders and shakes there in air before just giving up and just sort of flopping flat on the ground.
She kicks the body and says, "You're supposed to run away now."
You get the feeling it probably would if it...
I know.
Which brings us to the end of your turn. That is a corpse. B, purple is still lit up like a goddamn beacon.
Hey guys, let's ride it to the top.
That is an 11 to try to see any of you, which is not gonna happen. Well, actually, none of you are hiding. No, I'd say it would need more than an 11 because it can't see anything right now. Yeah, it's literally being blinded by light it can't escape, and it hates every moment of this so much. And that's the end of its turn. That brings us to a corpse. I will say this: it would have been flying a little bit further away. I have just run out of map south. So I would say that it is probably over 100 feet away from you guys at this point, as it's slowly trying to drifting back and forth, trying to get its bearings, and it just can't see anything because it's being blinded by itself.
Oh, Frost, can you still hit that?
Yep.
Oh yeah, like it's still within range of like Eldritch Blast and Frost Bow. Like it's.
But do we
It's-
waste the time on it? And I'm totally
I don't
down.
know if it would come back.
Or is it going to get more? That's my thing.
I say kill it because it still might take a minute to find us either way.
True. Oh, buddy.
Either way, it's Surgak's turn.
Mm-hmm. Blue.
Blue is not alive.
No, blue.
No, the only one alive is purple, and it is
Purple.
off the screen. I just run out of room.
Yeah.
It's 100 feet from you guys. Okay. Roll for blasties. Both of those will hit. Do you want to just... Yeah. Yeah.
Holy
Fuck!
no.
All of those will hit. How did you roll a 32? Okay. There's that. How the fuck do you have a plus 12 to anything? Oh yeah. Yeah, it still hits, so give me 4d10. Whew! That was a good solid hit. It's still looking fine because it really took very little damage before it was forced to go the fuck away. But yeah, no, that was a good solid hit. Frost, is that the end of your turn, Surgak? No.
Don't you do it. I see you.
Frost, it is your turn.
Go sit down, please.
Do you want Huggins, Bugs?
Come here, Joe.
Like, he's been good. He hasn't been out here this entire time. Whoop, whoop, dee, dee, dee.
Uncle Glad. Oreo.
Or, yeah.
Alright, so Mr. Homeboy, Mr. Purple, I am going to take a shot at him and take a penalty, so instead of plus 10, I
Your
get
great,
plus...
great weapon, or sharpshooter.
Yes. So I'm gonna, instead of plus 10, I get plus 5.
Oh no.
For a 24 still.
Fuck you.
That would have been the 28, or, yeah. No, 20.
I know, but
29.
that's still 10 more than what you needed.
Exactly. Alright, so...
So 2d6 plus 16.
Bing, bing.
Become chair.
Oh, 2d6 plus 16 is 26 points.
Jesus. It's still up, but owie.
Let's go again, and then I will deduct the 5 again. 18.
Hits.
Oh no, sorry, plus 4. 19.
Still hits. It has a 14 AC.
Alright, 2d6 plus 16. 9. 16.
Honestly, how do you want to do this? You would
Yes!
at
27.
minimum damage with that, you kill it.
Okay.
It had 18 left.
Oh yeah, 9. 9. Yes. How do I want to do this? You mess with the wrong sleeping kitties, motherfucker.
You
just
messed
shoot
with
it
the wrong
straight-
fucking furries.
straight-
He's going in the bedroom.
No, Parker's not in the bedroom.
Oh.
Parker already came back out.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's back. He's underneath. He went where Christopher went last night when he came out when he was asleep. So.
Alright. Well, you
At least
hit
they're
it
consistent.
right between the eyes, and only because it is still lit up that you are able to see this. You just see it sort of like cartwheel down like the like oak leaf seed helicopters as you literally just severed its entire brain stem as it just sort of goes hank and you see it popping out the back of its skull, and just sort of like, and it just sort of like coasts and corkscrews down.
Oh, it's already
Until-
dead, but it's still flying.
Yeah, like it's not even like holding itself aloft. It's literally just like it's
Falling with style.
but like the air pressure is keeping them out. Like it's just like
Gliding.
yeah, it's just sort of falling before the musculature sort of gives out, and you just sort of see the light just go, and you just sort of then just quietly hear as it impacts the ground and just sort of splatters out on the stonework. We
Jesus.
are out of combat.
Christ. Holy shit.
Toka
Alright.
instantly flops on the ground.
Yeah, I'll go over. I'll give you a. I'll go over. Oh fuck! I'm gonna hand down a greater potion towards Toka. Can you guys pass this? And then I'm gonna say, "All right, no more fucking tying ourselves together.
At least when we sleep.
At least while we're asleep. We're already tied together all day, going up this shit. We should have been able to surround these guys. This shouldn't have been that hard."
Yeah, no,
What?
you guys handicapped your guys
Mhm.
something fierce, and I'm very okay with it.
So, we
No, you
for
did.
sure. For
To
sure.
everyone except Toka, you guys did take marginal amounts of damage. Toka's just the one who got fucked up the ass.
I'm about to take that potion from Frost.
I just sent one down, so you've got it's greater
What is-
potion. I think it's 4d4 plus 4.
44.
44.
Yep, 4d4 plus 4. So subtracting
Six.
one of those.
I like those, Molly.
Right? They're $50. They're expensive, but
And
they're
then I-
literally
and then
Like
I-
for
so
a good set of
gorgeous.
metal dice, that's honestly
Honestly-
pretty average.
Since we just got out of this, we should maybe take a short rest and do some hit
It's more
die
than
if we
I
want.
Can we finish our long rest?
You can certainly try.
Well, yeah.
I will say that you will all need to make Constitution saves as you are all sleeping in your armor to see if you are actually able to find a restful slumber.
Okay.
You fucking better believe.
Yeah.
So yes, you guys
I always-
finish out.
21.
So Rifa gets a long rest. Crazy. Or-
Toka's gonna use. Well, I guess you guys didn't really take a lot of damage. Would you like me to use Song of Rest?
You shouldn't you say? Plus 2.
You guys aren't going. It
18,
seemed like you guys weren't going
16.
for a short. You guys were just going to try to go and finish your long.
Finish the long.
Yeah.
I got an 18 total.
All right, you're fine.
Ugh. I hate plus 2, but I'm glad I have plus
I really wish some of
Rest.
you got to a
Keep the
second
rest
level
of
of
it.
exhaustion. It would have been so much
No.
better.
Feel it a little bit.
That would have only been my first.
Also, guys, keep in mind that you are on the internet.
I'm just saying, keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. I don't know why this is the voice I used.
Anyway, so you will finish, or at least attempt to finish out your long rests. However, to get a level of sleep, you have taken enough damage where you will probably need an extra 3 or 4 hours of rotations of watch.
Oh,
Usually with the
probably-
long rest is like the 8 hours with like 2 hours of light activity. That did not equate to light activity.
Let's do it in order. So Toka, you get the longest since you got hurt the most.
Yeah.
We'll
Toka
use-
is next up in the order, so if Toka goes next, Toka won't have to go again.
Okay. So,
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'll go first again. That's fine.
So yeah. So Toka, perception check.
15 plus.
Oh no, he didn't ask me. I'm not gonna use that.
Plus what?
21. So it's 21 total.
You don't hear anything. You do not see anything. You get the feeling that anything that was drawn to your fight probably followed the big bright light down until the spell.
Body hit.
The full hour.
Yeah, like
Then it
you
got to munch
literally-
on something else.
Yeah, you guys literally threw a flare down, like, "Hey, eat me."
Yeah, that's good at least. Thank
Did you guys
for-
throw the other corpses down with it, or are they
I
all
w-
just sitting up there next
Yeah,
to
I'll take the time to do that.
I'll do the corpse.
you? Okay, yeah. So you guys take the time to sort of launch all the corpses down there, and you sort of like use it as a lure to be like, "Okay, if there's anything out there, don't come at us. Come down
Don't get
there."
it. Follow the light.
For once, please go towards the light. And you do so, which definitely helps to keep any watchful eyes off of you all, which is nice. So that is the end of your watch token. Which will bring us back to Frost.
Okay. Perception plus 23.
All right. You hear some very, very large rumblings down below, sort of picking apart what is left, and given the aberrational nature of those creatures, you hear a very, very loud thrashing. There would probably still be enough pieces of it that light would exist. Roll a perception check at disadvantage.
15 perception, so I got 15 is 19. That's my higher, and then my lower is a 13.
A 13.
Probably no.
You are
Plus
able
four.
to pay attention to it just enough where you see that whatever is still illuminated is just completely obliterated.
Okay. So
You don't know if
whatever
it was eaten or if it was just ripped apart to a degree that the spell could no longer take hold
just like
of it.
smudge of light, kind of like.
It's more that you saw the light sort of spread out briefly before it just winks out.
Okay.
The illumination is gone.
The one up above.
Down below.
No. What was left of the light spell
The light one went down, so we threw
on the
bodies
splatted
towards it.
corpse.
And we couldn't
Gotcha.
see the
So
other.
either something ate what was left,
Mm.
or ripped it apart to a degree that there wasn't enough left for the spell to hold on to.
I thought the lit up one was the one that ran.
It was.
It was, and then
dead
it cartwheeled down as it flew
and
to the
then
bottom.
splattered on the ground, and then things went down to eat it, and then we threw the other bodies down, and then more things went down to eat down there, and then obliterated the light.
It couldn't fly.
It was
It was
dead.
killed.
We killed it midair, and
Yeah,
it
but-
fell down.
Oh,
I-
okay. I
yeah.
missed that part.
Yeah,
I just
between
killed it.
his two
I
attacks
did
and then
two
Surgak's
Yeah.
double Eldritch Blast, it was enough to kill.
I
Gotcha.
had plus 16 twice.
Okay. I thought that
So
was just
32 points. Right
Yeah, no,
there
it
off the
Yeah.
ran
bat.
away, but it was that, and there was the discussion of what do we do with it? Do we just leave it there? Do we hope it'll run away when the spells end, or do we just kill it now?
Gotcha.
Choice was kill it now, and
Made a
between
buffet.
Surgak and Frost,
Yeah, we made a buffet
so it
for everything
cartwheeled down, and
downstairs.
you guys tossed the corpses roughly on top of it. However,
I was gonna say you did. Yeah, you did.
Frost, make me an Arcana check at disadvantage to see if you can
Arcana.
have any inklings of what was going on
Arcana.
between the roar and the immediate slaughtering of whatever was left.
13 for the lower.
13. No idea. Something didn't like it, or just really hated the light.
Mm. Good
That
thing
brings
for
us
that,
to the
plus
end
fucking
of
snacks.
that. So, Surgak. Yes. Yes, because you have not finished your long rest.
That's the last one. Here.
You're okay. You don't perceive anything out in the distance, and you don't feel like anything is about to try to sneak up on you either.
Before I like pass the watch on to Surgak, I say, "Hey man, don't let anything sit on my face again, please, or any of ours for that matter." That really, like,
Or at least,
I know. I'm
or at
just
least,
saying.
at the very least, make sure they buy us dinner first.
Yeah. They floated. They're like leaves. They just like kind of like. What? Mm-hmm. Good thing you did the light. And then I go, all right, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, and that is the end of your watch. Rifa.
Yep.
You are going to attempt to finish up your last little bit before everyone is
Okay.
allowed to wake up for the rest of the evening.
17. So there was unexpected mess.
Yeah, that's enough to see that nothing else is sneaking up against you. You all are able to make it through the rest of the evening and making a long rest. However, before that happens, Frost,
Oh no.
your dreams are called within yourself. You aren't, it's not the same sensation as when you were drawn into the hag's affected dream. This is more almost like an intense meditation.
So, like the symbiote guy?
Yes. He is
Crap.
calling your sleeping mind, unprotected as it is, within yourself
Okay.
to have an unfettered conversation.
Gotcha.
As your mind is able to coalesce itself in a semblance of coherency, you find yourself at the foot of a large dragon. This is not a dragonborn, as you might have assumed. Whatever Krakravath once was, it was a pure blood copper dragon.
Holy fuck.
I feel as though you and I have had a slight misunderstanding as to what I am and as to what I am in connection to you. What you see before you is barely a fraction of a memory. All you have are knowledge from what I was and the intent that I hold. I do not wish a forever life. I do not wish to have a life again. I owe the debt to the Coven of Midnight whilst my mortal frame still breathed, which gave them dominion over a portion of my soul and mind after death.
What was the name of that again? Sorry, he was.
The Coven of Midnight, the
The
custodian
Hags.
of the Hags. All I want before you die is for you to do your best. That can be a surprise. Do your best to stay alive, but regardless, all that will change between here and your death is if my last wish is completed. I don't want you to hurt your friends. I don't want you to grant me a secondary life.
Okay.
I want what I want to be completed, and then I want what is left of me to finally rest.
Am I able to reciprocate?
You can talk to
talk
him.
in the dream. Okay. Well, fuck. And I'm just like, another dream, but not bad or anything. I'm just like, another dream where I'm not just chilling. But this is amazing. I'm looking up at a dragon right now in my dream.
It does
Do I know this is a dream? But I know.
You have a feeling this is very much a
because
dream.
he's talking to me. And
Like you are barely. You aren't you guys are just sort of like floating in the void.
You're like lucid dreaming.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Perfect. So.
So like if you wanted, you could like sort of float up so you're talking to him eye to eye.
Yeah, that's what I
but
was
like,
kind of, and I'm just like, holy shit, wow. And I go, I can't wait to tell the guys about this if I'm allowed.
By all means.
And
there's nothing I have said to you between when you and I were first bonded to now that needed be secretive from your adventuring party.
True, and I've always been upfront as, oh man, I wish you could have seen in the beginning
I
when
have
met
been able
these-
to
oh,
sift
my
through your
memories.
memories. I am bonded to your soul and
Yeah.
your mind.
So
I have
maybe
seen
next
everything
time-
that you have done from the moment long-term memories were able to form in your mind,
All of
and
mine.
all I can say is...
You've literally just seen me go as a kid, like, "Hi, I'm Frost Nightshade," like my
yeah.
first
No,
mission.
I'm very surprised that you have lived as long as you have.
I have luck.
You are quite possibly the luckiest son of a bitch I have ever interacted with.
I have luck on my side. So, hey,
And I have
maybe...
met...
I've got the power of God and anime on
I
my
have
side.
met moonstone dragons that are born of fey leanings that have had less luck than you, and might I just say,
God. Well, you picked
what the fuck?
You have the right host then. To get this
Apparently.
shit done.
But yes, should you come across what I wish to accomplish, I will let you know.
Please do. Hey, and if you see, like, hey, I know you watch everything. If you see me about to just be like, hey, I'm gonna divulge something, will you
I
just
will
like
do my
shove
best
a
to
finger
sort of...
down my throat?
I
or
mean,
something
I
to make
physically
me
cannot
throw up
do
and
that,
embarrass
but I
me?
will metaphysically sort of flick your ear,
Yeah.
if that would work.
Just,
There's
yeah.
really only so much I can do to
And I'm
you
trying to like
from
put
here.
that.
I have
in the
no
back of my
control
mind right
over
now.
your body beyond if you are looking at what I wish to. It would take a large amount of manifested will to cause your body to do anything, which is usually in the face of you looking at what my agenda entails and saying fuck that and trying to walk away.
Yeah. And your
I
agenda
have
seems fair.
very little hold over your life or any of your actions.
Oh,
It seems
Well.
very much as though you are distrusting over my intentions
Nope,
before.
not at all. Not at all distrusting. I'm just
So,
asleep and literally just had some face hugging thing on my face
Which-
just a second ago.
which
and
is fair.
I wasn't.
So yes,
And my first thought wasn't like, "Hey, help me!" And I was just wondering why that wasn't my first thought. But I'm like, he's probably he's got his own shit going on. So I'll tell you what,
as
I'm
far
here to help you
as
too.
the metaphysics of this world are concerned, I have less agency over you than a moderately powerful sentient weapon.
Perfect. All right. So,
So
now that we know that,
You have
I'm
nothing to fear from me. I have no desire for you to hurt your compatriots. I have no desire to see their blood spilled in any goddamn way.
well. If
You
something
and your
pops up
friends are safe.
that you notice and something catches your eye for some reason,
Oh,
let me know.
If you run across anything I deem import, I will let you know.
Yeah, different from
But-
your main goal. If you see something that's like, holy shit, I haven't seen that in centuries
I
or
will
something,
do my
let me
best,
know.
but my eyes, quite literally, are your eyes.
Fine.
So,
Perfect. Oh,
all I might have is a differing opinion over what you might physically yourself see. But regardless,
Well.
have a lovely rest of your evening,
thank you. You too.
Sir Nightshade.
Thanks, Craw. I just give him a deuces, Craw, and then like fall back into the clouds.
So you sort of like
I'm
lounge back in
sleeping.
the mist, and you feel your body sort of dissipate,
Yeah.
and you find yourself awakening the next day with the
He's
rest
like,
of your
what a
party
weird
completing
motherfucker.
a long rest.
What a weird bastard. Hey,
Toka,
can I do my long
Oh,
with
no.
your internal calendar and sort of like sense of time, you have a feeling that you have awoken
No.
just as Fen is probably coming out, or has barely come out of her ordeal of having been awakened.
My puppy senses are tingling.
Yeah,
Our baby, our child.
Your mommy radar sort of goes off of like,
We
she's her
we
own
have to
person now.
We have to climb.
And she's probably been like fully awakened for like maybe an hour at this point, if my mental math is correct. At least an hour, maybe two, somewhere in there. And you know that it is probably... Actually, no. Make an intelligence check to see if you can try to figure out roughly what time of day it is.
+2.
The rest of you
please.
may do so as well.
She
A
said,
what
hey,
check?
Saying the rest of you may make an intelligence check to see if you can clock the time of day as well. Now that you've woken up.
Toka said 18.
Yep.
4.
Rolled a 16.
Investigation, I just woke up.
Yes.
We completed after my dream sequence. I rolled a 9. I just woke up. I'm like, I'm foggy. Yeah, I'm more focused on my dream that I just had. I was like, what the hell?
Also, Caleb, thank you for the raid. You sent me peoples. Wow. Fairmine, thank you for following.
Terribly sorry.
It's true,
The
I
DM
do.
pounded an energy drink at the start of this session, and it was coming back to bite me. So what did everyone roll?
Teen.
All I heard was teen.
4.
No, 18.
18 was so good. I didn't roll.
Caleb,
She
what did
rolled
you
an
get?
18. Yeah. Oh no,
Alright.
I rolled a 9.
Everyone except Rita.
And me, I
Story
rolled a
of my
9.
life.
I was
Oh,
repeating.
9.
I was repeating Toka's because
Okay.
you were talking about
All right,
Rachel.
so
I rolled a 9 because I
Surgak-
just woke up confused. Like,
Yeah, Surgak and Toka, you wake up and like you have that moment where you sort of collect yourself and you're just like, it's like there was a long night. Christopher, you have that moment. It's like it was a long night, and you come to it's like, it feels like 11 o'clock in the morning. Like, your long rest was interrupted and subsequently extended by virtue of everything that had happened that evening. And considering when you went to bed, it was roughly like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. Toka, you were
Yes.
one of the few people to succeed on that perception check, so please make me another perception check.
What do I perceive? Where's my d20?
Well, that is up to the whims of RN Jesus.
Plus. Six. 26.
The 19, I'm talking about like the perception check like yesterday. What was that, Rachel?
26.
All right, that is enough to still be able to clock where the tunnel entrance is. So you know that you probably have about another 3 to 4 hours worth of climbing left to go. So once more, I need Christopher.
He's not hurting anything. He's just on Disney Plus.
Okay. I will once again need athletics and then a constitution save from everybody again.
Oh, let's
18.
please.
You are fine.
Toka is definitely going to use a inspiration. She's feeling squirrely.
That's fair.
She's gonna use that inspiration already. Oh, fuck.
Wah, wah.
So 15 for the athletics.
Okay.
Oh, and 15 for con. That's not. I'll take that.
That is enough to succeed on both. Caleb, what did you get? And a what on the con? 14. All right.
Buddy.
So yeah, no, you stave off the exhaustion, but you have that moment where like your hands sort of like skip across the stone for a little bit when you have that brief heart attack moment from yesterday. It's just like you feel like you're about to fall, but your fingers are able to find purses again.
17.
17, 18. Christopher.
So it's probably, I think that's plus 2. So 19 and 20.
I'm so happy you're talkative, but
I just
slightly further away from the microphone. But yes, you all make it through the first leg. unfettered, which brings us to the second leg on the second day.
$18.
Natural
Oh,
20.
wow.
Alex.
2 18s.
Double 18s from Rifa. You are fine. Tuka.
I have not rolled yet. I was adjusting.
That is
I wanted to see the tunnel climb.
Same rules again.
Eesh.
12 on the con save.
I got a 16.
Surgak. You are able to climb fine, but you do once more gain 1 level of exhaustion.
I got a 12 on the athletics and a 15 on the con.
Toka. Your fingers lose purchase on the wall.
Oh no.
Frost.
I got a 6.
Yes, first things first, what did you get?
16 for athletics and a 19 for the con.
You're fine.
And
Make a dexterity saving throw to
that's
try to
just
grab the wall.
for
Yeah, I can.
just for my memory's sake.
Oh yeah, she fucking grabs the wall. It's 14 plus 7.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine. You have that moment where your fingers slip off, but you just sort of like jab your claws forward into as much like soft stone as you can, and you just have that moment where you just sort of like Spider-Man stick to the ball, it's just like
I'm not going nowhere.
It is noted Toka does not wear shoes. She does not have gloves. She is. Yes.
pretty much. So, yeah, you barely fall like maybe 3 feet down as your nails and claws are like crawl through rock looking for purchase. You're fine for now.
Oh, no.
Everyone. The third and final leg.
Please.
Oh, baby. Oh,
21 and 17.
Rifa is fine. How'd you do, Toka? You seem...
I haven't rolled the con yet. Athletics was an 18. I will fucking take it. I'm
Yeah.
very...
Athletics is a 17 for my first one. My brown dice, so I'm going to re-roll my blue one. 19 plus 2 is 21.
How'd you do, Surgak?
Holy shit balls.
All right, so you gain a second level of exhaustion as your arms give out. Give me a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage to try to grab onto the wall.
Caleb!
Sean, just for shits, Toka also got an 8 on the con save.
Toka now has 1 level of exhaustion as you see the lantern that was left to sort of guide you home so very close. You put your elbows up into the tunnel as your body is just trying to give out, and you just hear a fuck in the distance.
Oh no!
Can I?
Actually, no. It would be Rifa. Make a dexterity saving throw to try to grab Surgak.
Grab him, yeah, I was gonna say, can I? I'm about ready to fucking. Am I up on the thing? Up on the
Fuck me.
tunnel landing?
No, you are behind Toka.
Okay.
What?
You
5?
didn't catch him.
Is that like a nat 2 for you?
No, I have a +0 to my dex.
Oh damn. Well, at least it wasn't a 1. As you just sort of like see
Luckily-
Surgak fall down into you, and your harness holds, so he just body checks you. Rifa, make me a strength saving throw at disadvantage to see if you are able to hold on and keep Surgak aloft. At disadvantage?
7.
Are you proficient in those?
And strength?
Strength saves?
No, I'm
Oh.
proficient in whiz and charisma.
Oh, damn. I think my brain's just like, oh yeah, she's a paladin. It's like, she multiclassed.
I am
as a paladin,
strong.
you idiot.
I am strong. However,
That's fair. It's more that like my brain's just like, she's a paladin too. Paladins are proficient in strength, right?
maybe
It's like,
one
yes,
day.
they are. But she's multi-class, which means she doesn't gain the saving throws, which is dumb. Anyway, you both get body checked down to the bottom of the belay line. Frost. You may now attempt to make a strength save.
Oh, God.
Because you are now trying to hold aloft 2 bodies.
Jesus Christ.
Could Caleb Misty step to the top since this is the last?
You are still within the phrase rest. You are still 400 feet below the school itself. So there will be... You are also still... I mean, you are still attached to the belay line.
Yeah, you're gonna. We're gonna.
Like, you aren't free falling yet. You guys are
Yes.
just sort of like hanging down at the bottom of the belay line. Just that moment. Ah! Strength save, my man, at disadvantage. This is the most panicked I have seen you guys in a while.
Oh my fucking lord! I got an 18 and a 14. So 18 is my lower. So I got a 16. 16 and a 20.
16.
Oh, fine. I'm very sorry. I misread. I thought that
That's
was
a
16.
dirty 20.
No, that's dirty
Yeah.
20.
That's a dirty 20.
I was misreading.
That is enough. You
I
have that
fucking
moment
hope so.
where you just sort of like, you feel them fall and you like rake your nails
You
into the
gird
ground.
your loins.
Frost just shifts just to hold on more.
You probably would shift as the
as wrap everything around my arms just to kinda...
like that. The temporary hit points literally are enough to soak up the sort of like shock damage. Also, Surgak and Reaper will take a little bit of fall damage as you do sort of fall through the belay line. It will cause a little bit of ow pain.
So, temporary is plus 11.
Rifa and Surgak, you each take 9 points of damage as your bodies are sort of like shocked at the bottom of the belay line, knocking into yourselves and the wallets and the cave wall.
So I'm still shifted.
Hey, Christopher!
Hey!
What is going on, Buggy?
What the heck is the matter? So they're just banging on the wall and looking at it, smiling. So that you said
He's an odd
my
duck.
temp HP, so they would
Yeah, like
knock the 11 right out of me, but I'm still shifted.
Yeah, like you're still shifted, and like the temp HP is enough to offset the sort of like shock damage as the rope is sort of like pulled into your body, and you are like holding onto it.
Yeah.
With all
I definitely
to dear
like a cougar.
Yeah, it's very much like that. Like you snarl, and like the hysterical strength was like, and you are enough to grab it and arrest their movement enough where they are able to swing and hold on and grab back onto the wall.
Grab the fuck on, please.
All right. Just one quick athletics check to see if the two there at the bottom of the rope can get back up top. You don't need to roll again. You were enough to get back to the top. But Rifa and Surgak, you still have another roughly 50 feet's worth to try to come back up since you were at the bottom of the slack belay line.
Can Toka bardically inspire 2 of them at the same time? I have 2 spots left.
You can bardically inspire one at a time with a bonus action. So you can bardically, it'll take a second, but you can spend your last 2 bardics to give it to both of them.
How far down are they? 100 feet?
About 50 feet.
Oh, about
You
50
both
feet.
have a +8 if you need it.
We do anything.
Plus D8.
So one's bardically inspired, and then I've got rope. I'm gonna drop.
They're still attached to the rope. It's more that they were just knocked down far enough that they needed to make another check to climb back
I
up.
thought I was up on a ledge waiting for them to
Toka
come.
was on the ledge. You were like just behind
Just
Toka.
below.
Christopher, you sound like you're mad.
18 and 12.
You don't need to make it again. You just need to make the athletics
Oh,
climb back
dope.
up. This isn't an hour's worth of climb. You're fine.
You rolled a 6?
Fucking
Can I? Like that's what I was trying. That's literally what I was trying to figure out.
We're
Like,
gonna put you in the bag of holding.
can I?
You know what, Rika?
I was literally.
No, don't
No,
do that.
no, Boogeyman, stop fucking ever thinking of that.
Actually, no. Rifa, make me an intelligence check.
I shouldn't have said anything.
I wanted to drop a rope down to Caleb that an extra.
Gee,
Buddy, please.
15.
15. You know enough to know that don't put an extra dimensional space in an extra dimensional space.
Yeah.
That'll cause an implosion. That'll bring all of you guys to the astral sea in your physical forms.
Think about the fact that Surgak had his own bag of holding.
Oh wait, no. Toka had the bag of holding because she was at the front to pass.
Oh yeah, with the. Okay.
Rifa couldn't have done that regardless. However, Rifa, make a strength save.
You have your plus 1d8 if you need it.
If you didn't use it already.
A 16.
16. That is enough to hold on to him, and you just. As that happens, Surgak falls in front of you, and you sort of see that you're like maybe 10 feet or 10 yards from safety. And you just grab him as he's falling out of midair, and you just chuck him up onto the ledge. Really not having any more fucks left to give about all of this. Just wanting to be done.
Come on.
And you climb the rest of the way up, and you sort of flop on solid, horizontal ground.
Why are you so upset?
You are all within the mining tunnels.
Hey.
Christopher!
Jesus.
Honey!
It's okay, Baba.
His pants are full. He's also teething.
Fair. Honey. But you all are within the mining tunnels, made by the kobolds. You'll all need to stoop a little bit as kobolds are small tiny as fuck. But you're able to make your way back to the Venatorium proper. And you're able to get to the Red Barrel Smithy again. And you see once more, sitting in his rocking chair, staring at all of his students, the surly, decrepit Glassthread. Very happy to see you all.
Toka would like to take the hammer out of Rifa's bag of holding, because I'm assuming she probably still has it slung across her, just out of convenience.
Yeah, can I bring it to him?
Yeah, I was gonna say, Rifa's definitely... Like, I'm assuming that after you hit the tunnels, you, like, give
Yes.
Rifa her bag back.
Oh, I was just gonna be like, your hammer was a god, and just plunk.
You can still say that, but, like, I feel as though you have that moment where it's like,
Rifa probably.
this matters more to have Rifa do it. But Rifa, you bring the hammer out of your bag of holding. Christopher.
Buddy. Can we just...
Just down a couple of decibels. You present the hammer to Glassthread, who sees you and just immediately starts laughing. I see the fucking pit couldn't hold you lot.
It almost held Surgak.
Well, the rock might want to hold on to its own, I suppose.
Also, as I don't know if you heard Toka, but she was not kidding. The little critters down at the bottom of the crevasse thought your hammer was a god.
I'm mighty good at my craft, but I doubt I'd ever claim to be godly at it. But it's nice to know that my hammer is receiving the recognition it deserves.
Come on, buddy. Let's go. We'll go pick something to put on TV.
I would like one of you, just one of you, to give me a d20 roll on Fenn's behalf.
I'll do it. I think Toka should do it.
I will kind of wish Natalie was here so we could fight over who did it, but
I want to do it then. I'll fight over it. I'll fight in Jakar's behalf.
I don't know. Do we want frost luck or do we want metal dice?
It's Frost Luck or Mom Luck.
I think
it's
you
up
should.
to you
I
guys.
personally think you should do it.
Well, that is a solid 18.
And I'll
Alright.
just roll for shits and gigs. I rolled a 16.
All right. With a total of a 16
Oh, wait.
persuasion check.
It's a persuasion.
Well, it's. I was asking you guys for the D20 roll using Fenn's modifier.
What? Oh, is it a +2?
No, it's a -2.
Oh, okay. Then
So
mine's a 14.
Yeah, so I'm going with Rachel's.
Gotcha.
So
No, I knew that. I just
with
thought-
the
And
with
don't
the
speaky well yet.
of a 16, which will hold true during her training with Glassthread. You see her stride out of the mudroom with being able to smell all of your familiar scents in the air, flanked by Jakar. You see Fen with a black circle here, sort of right between her brows, a certain sparkle behind her eyes, again, that you have never seen, and slung across her side underneath the saddlebags that you have sort of fashioned onto her is this strange double-bladed contraption. You see that Rifa's hammer is sticking out of the saddlebag. But now that you're seeing it in Fenn's mouth, very similar to the picture I had sent you guys, it is comically small compared to Fen. Like, it literally looks like you or I was holding, like, a ripclaw hammer between our teeth. Like, you could do some damage with it, but,
Yeah,
like,
get off the
comparatively, like, size-wise, it looks dinky as fuck.
Oh, she has Rifa's hammer between.
Yeah,
her mouth.
Riva's little Ursari-made warhammer.
But yeah,
Like-
but,
Oh my god, it's still a warhammer. It's not little.
no,
It's not little,
for-
it's just little compared
not
to a
little for
large
us.
creature.
She's, yeah.
I get that. But
So-
you don't need to call it Rifa's little warhammer.
Compared to a direwolf, it is, though. Compared to a direwolf, it is, though.
It's not generally little.
Fair enough. However,
It looks little on her.
given
What you were getting at.
her persuasion check whilst she was training, Glassthread, well, I know I told you that I let her, that I'd teach her how to swing a hammer, but, considering that she's, and he looks up at her and is thinking for a polite way of saying this, don't know. She's big boned. Given the fact that I think that her rib is larger than my femur, she's got a bit of size on what a warhammer would be useful for. So I had a collection of two-handed weapons that I wanted her to see if she took a quick shine to. And surprisingly enough, she took a bit of a shine to the icicle.
Ooh.
And as you're taking a chance to look at it more closely, you see that it is two gently sloped scimitars on roughly a 12 to 16-inch haft that is wrapped in white and pale blue stained leather, where there would normally be like a habaki and a suba guard on something like this. There is instead on both ends, coming out of the mouth leading into the blade, two very ornately carved dragon skulls.
Ooh.
She has been granted and has long since attuned to the icicle. Basically, if she's able to strike true enough, she is able to hit with a wee bit of biting cold along with biting steel, as it were. And since she's got, she's got two very pointy things coming out of both sides of her face, she's a little bit harder to close the distance on and hit. So, basically, and Jakar identified the item as Jakar was there. It made sense to do so. When she rolls a 20 on an attack roll with this weapon, each creature of her choice within 5 feet of the target takes 5 points of cold damage, and she has a +1 to her AC whilst wielding this weapon, as creatures are disinclined to try to close the distance.
Nice. A little intimidation.
Well, that's better than just her normal attacks.
I'll be honest, I was surprised to see that she took a shine to that weapon. The headmaster of the Venatorium gave it to me, saying that the right person would come along and would vibe with it, as it were. But he would like to see you all. Hell, a small kobold came with a missive almost as soon as she had attuned to it. So now that you're all here, and also, now that you're all here again, the headmaster would like to speak to you all. He wanted to speak to you in general before you headed out, but this just sort of added a wee bit of a kick in the pants to it. However, in the meantime, he sort of picks up his hammer and sort of puts the head down on the ground, rests his elbow on the sort of pommel of it. Y'all had something for me to fuck with, I believe.
Toka just looks at Surgak and goes, "Your time to shine, there, friend."
Do you present the Corvus to him to rework, Caleb? That is fair. No, that is A-okay. Regardless, you hand over the Corvus, and you see him pick it up, and in one hand, and in the other hand, his work hammer. And you see him go over to the large, ornately carved anvil sitting there in front of the forge. Now, each of the people that are working there has their own small, sort of like standard anvil. His is about the size of a moderate-sized dining table. It's about 4 feet long. And as he stands there, he turns to the forge behind him, and you see him grab 2 long beard hairs and sort of gently let them waft into the fire. And the fire goes from a nice calming orange to a deep blood red. He passes the blade once, twice, thrice through the flame, and he lets it clatter against the anvil, and you hear a long, sonorous sort of tapering off. You see him take his hammer and also clatter it against the anvil. It's of a similar pitch, but just barely off. And you see this pattern repeat itself over and over again until he is able to get both to the same resonance point. And you hear him deep in his throat, almost like Tuvan throat singing. And he matches his body's groaning pitch to both the sound of the corvus clattering against stone or against metal, and metal against metal, almost doing a 3-octave spread of the same note. And once those are all in tune, he begins to work and hammer and hammer and hammer. Surgak, with each hammer throw against the corvus, you feel almost like a very solid, like, bassy hit going right into your chest. It is stunting, and there is no actual pain to it, but you feel each and every impact. He reworks the blade, the edge of it turning crimson from the heat of both the forge and from impact and friction blasting into it.
How would I assume that it was, can you get it for me?
But as you are slamming into it, and he is slamming into the blade over and over again, that bass note is hammering harder and harder into your chest. I need a Constitution saving throw from you. Keep in mind, you have 2 levels of exhaustion right now.
You're getting hammered real hard.
A 12 is enough for you to remain conscious, though you have to grab onto both of your friends that are standing by your side. It has long since passed from a base hit into you. You get the feeling that because you are connected intimately at the very soul to the corvus itself, you are feeling each of these hits harder than you would had you been unattuned from it. Probably. However, just as you feel your eyesight about to give out after he has been hammering on this for probably close to 45 minutes to an hour. Pretty much. It's like getting a tattoo from a jackhammer.
My mind's in the gutter. Ay. I mean, it's about time Surgak got worked over for a couple hours, you know?
I mean, fair. And he's definitely been made Glastrid's bitch at this point.
Yeah.
However, as he is able to hammer it down, you have that brief moment where the pain is about to make you yourself pass out when the corvus's blade shatters into atoms. The handle, hilt, and the library of blades that is grafted onto the pommel are still there. He lets those 3 final harmonious notes hang, and he hands it back to you. You grab onto the handle, and you pass your will into it almost in disbelief after seeing your trusty blade sundered in front of you. You see the ghost of the blade rise from the hilt, a pale purple glow. Surgak, please remove the corvus from your inventory and re-add the masterworked corvus.
it's not even my sword, and I'm so fucking excited.
That we do. Oh boy. What? So, congratulations. You now have a +1 psychic lightsaber. Yep. Yeah, no, Surgak literally now has a lightsaber.
I'm so excited. I
Yep.
jeez.
There is enough animated edge to it as you sort of call it into being. You get the feeling that a lot of the luminescent, sort of ghostly glow that you can see is sort of like a recalling of the sort of atomized bone that was there. You take the time to sort of bring it back into the form of exsanguinate, and it does retain some of the glow. However, the bone loses a lot of it as it sort of like reforms back into its sort of standardized form. No, it's more that the masterworking of the Corvus scimitar doesn't necessarily carry over to the exsanguinate. Pretty much, yeah. You can choose to either have the slashing and psychic damage or the slashing and necrotic damage.
Oh, it's freaking Shield Hero. It's.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, wait a second. Why does that sound so familiar? It's because I have her figure right there.
Yeah. Somewhere between lightsaber and like the sword hero, where you can sort of swap forms for what you need.
Well, yeah, I was instantly like, wait, that's Raphtalia. Wait a second.
Yeah. Instead of a rock, or instead of a cute raccoon girl, it's a
It's
servant.
a rock. Are
You're
you
a
this
rock
cute?
with two different colored eyes. Oh, hey, it's that birthday present.
Ah.
She looks great, though, by the by. She a good girl. But yeah, no. You either have one organic eye and one amber glowing eye, or one red eye and one amber glowing eye, depending on if you do or do not have the helmet on. I would say it would tinge it sort of orangish. Um, it it colors the eye, but because there is a glow behind it, it would tinge the color. Um, but yes, as that happens, and Jakar and Fen are flanking on either side of the party, as you claim your sword, a small kobold comes to the door. Um, To those of you who would know it, it looks very akin to Signy in his small, in his sort of like soft red, ruddy scales.
I eat him.
No, you do not.
Frog!
You are not a frog.
He
You are
just-
too small to eat him.
Signy just popped up.
Yes.
The Lord of the Venatorium calls you to his chambers. I will lead you to him.
Hmm? What'd you say?
I said, guys, I just got so hungry.
No, refresh.
Master Fadur Gul'dan, the scribe-born, summons you all to his chambers.
Can I grab him?
Follow me.
Oh, we're going with him? I thought he was gonna run away.
No, he is
Toka-
very difficult to follow.
Alright.
Toka is like side by side with Fen, just like.
Yeah, I'll go right behind Signy with Rifa.
All right. As you all follow behind him, that is where we are going to call it for the evening. I hope you all had fun. I hope you like your lightsaber. And I hope you like the fact that your dog is now an actual member of the party with her own character sheet added. And added into all of the sort of like campaign aspects of the party. So now in the encounter builder, I can build things in mind for having her there as well.
Who's Signy bringing us to?
Signy is bringing you all to the headmaster,
Headmaster of the Venatorium.
Thardur Gul'dan. Thardur
H-A-R-D-U-R.
space Guldan. Scribe-born.
Scribe. Oops. He's the headmaster of the Venatorium here,
Yes,
right?
he is the headmaster for the Terran Venatorium, similar to how Jason Thalens is headmaster to the Lunar Venatorium.
Gotcha.
Fen also, as you are sitting there waiting for the sword to be reforged, Fen leans down and sort of looks you in the eyes, Toka.
Toka bat his eyes, like, yes.
Headmaster Thalens sends his regards,
Fen spoke.
but understandably needs to return to his post. in
Frost's
the
legs.
Venatorium.
Frost's legs give out from watching a dog talk for a second. Like, oh my god. Whew.
As she sort of like leans forward and sort of like nuzzles over your shoulder, Toka, you are able to hear, "I'm glad you all came back safe."
Toka is not bawling, but she definitely wants to. She's like, we need some steamed buns ASAP.
You feel a low rumbling emanating from her chest into your shoulder as she sort of chuckles along with the sentiment.
The baby! I need to update her drawing so she has a better sword and different armor.
By different armor, you mean no armor.
Yes.
Because she is a naked barbarian.
Unlike barbar. I mean, she's gonna have a bit of a tool belt somehow.
She has her saddlebags, and she has sort of a, like, some sort of, like, U-rings that are fashioned to leather that she can sort of, like, store the icicle into.
I walk up to Fen and I give her a good so she's a big dog looking down on me. I give her
she is a dog the size of a horse.
Yeah, I give her like a nice mane, like right on the neck rub, and then I go, "Do you remember this when you were a puppy?" And I just hit. There's just a stack of beef jerky.
She
Just
sort of
on my
like
jerky,
goes
I
like,
go, "Do you want it?" There you go, boo boo.
and like she opens her mouth and she like engulfs you pretty much up to like the mid forearm, and your entire arm is just drenched in dire wolf slobber.
I just rub it on my chest like in an X.
Survivor's like, "I'm so proud, but dear God, that's
No,
gross."
not even grossed out. I'm just like, this is just remember my scent, boo boo. We are all friends here. And
But
I say,
regardless.
it's so good to have you a part of the team. And then I'm like,
We're going to cut it
Good.
here for the evening. As you all will at the end or at the start of next session, be brought before the headmaster of the Terran Venatorium for a bit of a convo to have fun. But it is at that night that we're going to end here.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
See you guys. Talk to you tomorrow, I'm sure, but see you next
Hope y'all
Sunday.
have fun. Even if
Very
there
much.
was severe panic and fear for one's life tonight.
Oh man, Surgak wasn't dying, but I was gonna get hurt as fuck. If you fell again, dude, I was just literally straight. I was straight diving. I was literally going to just
Was it though, or was it just really bad luck?
face dive down. I was going to. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted
No, it wasn't you at all. No.
Yeah,
And
no, it's mostly just like after all that happened, like hearing that was bullshit. It's just like,
No,
but
not
I
not
thought
at
it was
all.
fair
It
though.
was
Oh no,
totally
completely fair.
At the end of that, if he failed again, I was totally cutting myself off of my harness, tying off another rope, and jumping down to grab his ass, and then fucking hurting myself in the process to get him if I possibly could.
You can't Misty Step a second person with you. That is
I
a different
was
spell.
didn't even Misty Step. I was diving down to get down to him.
Well, it's more that like you can dive down and tackle him in midair, but it's like, well, now two of you are free falling.
Nope.
What are you gonna do?
That's why I had the rope tied.
But you untied yourself from the harness. It's just the logistics of like
No,
how...
the logistics were I was still harnessed. I cut the rope and tied another rope to myself, tied it off, and dove to grab Surgak and then get yanked and pretty much break my back.
It's more that like that is 2 actions worth of things to do,
Mhm.
and he would, unless you yourself